All right, we are live on YouTube. We're going to be covering clothing drawing today a bit, and then maybe end off the stream with a watercolor.
Yes.
But yeah, these are the topics on stream right here. I'm gonna have to hit the live button on
Simple
TikTok.
Mannequins. Tension and compression, seam lines, materials, and drawing some outfit demos because why not? It's always nice to see how people draw outfits and follow along. So yeah.
Yep, as you may be able to tell by the YouTube thumbnail.
Hey Tuna, hey Dahlia, hey Ionder.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
That. Hello, Dahlia, Ionder, Izuna, Lexi.
Lexi.
Let me go ahead and ping the.
Yep. Hey Dahlia. Friendly Moo, hello.
Clothes. There we
A
go.
shared invite. Who invited you?
What?
Someone came in through a shared invite.
Bananas.
Yeah.
How is everybody doing? We hit 184,000 followers on TikTok, and we hit 18,000 followers on YouTube.
Yay!
Yippee!
18,000 is a lot of people.
Yeah, 18,000 is it's a really good start, honestly. Really good start. I'm pretty happy that that happened. And because we started using thumbnails for our live streams and keeping more to one subject, our live streams have basically been doing way better. That's amazing. Yes, that is June.
Yes, it's June.
No.
Not your wife, though.
Not a wife.
She's too good to be anyone's wife at this point.
Jake. Nobody can have Jake. Nobody can have Miki. Nobody can have June. Nobody can have Tira. Nobody can have Naomi. Nobody can have Victor.
Nope. Except for Faye.
That's not a viewer.
That's
She's
true.
Not a viewer.
She's not a viewer, though.
Hello. Gotcha, Nicole.
Hey. Well, when do you want to get started?
Sounds good. I thought we were already started.
All right, let's do it then. All right, so if you want to draw clothes and you've never drawn clothes before, this is your sign to draw clothes. Let's get started with some simple mannequin forms. In the previous stream, we talked about anatomy, but this is way too complicated for clothes, and we ain't doing all that. So instead, we're going to do something a lot simpler. Actually, I was on legs, but I should be on the torsos. There we go.
There we go.
And it's going to be roughly based on this, but even simpler. So, yeah. What's up? Hey, Chelsea. Hey, I'm not Fox.
Hello, Michi. Fox. Ginny. That's a really good brush. You are absolutely right.
I love this brush so much. I'll put you on the side here. As much as I want to finish drawing her, we got to do it. We got to do this stuff. So, we're going to go even simpler, and we're just going to find the basic forms of the mannequin, and we always start with our envelope. Envelope is great for gesture. Envelope is great for just bending the torso back and forth, and so you can just draw a mannequin with the envelope system or the envelope method. Add a head. And I'll draw in like just really simple feet, and that would be basically enough to draw some like really rough clothes on. But of course, in order to make the clothes look more realistic, we got to add some form to this pose right here. Especially if we want to add like folds and stuff, because folds actually are good wrapping lines.
Player, hello. Swim Gulp.
Hello.
Chelsea Lau, hello. Thank you for the follow, Troy. Kevin Romero in the flesh. How is it going? How have you been? I haven't seen you in a while.
So this is your mannequin setup. Hey, fandom. Maybe we'll do a thing on color sometime, but I don't think we're going to be covering color today. So right now, this is like a very flat mannequin, and the way that we add three-dimensionality to this is actually adding wrapping lines, but also understanding the forms of like the limbs and the torso. So for me, I like to simplify really simply, the arms being cylinders.
Hey, Blueberry and Applesauce and Fandom.
Hey. So let's just kind of review again. We're going to be covering clothes today, and we're covering simple mannequins first.
Gonna try to follow along. Awesome.
No problem.
Yeah, the clothes aren't all that useful without a person underneath of them.
You know what some people do? Go ahead.
Clothes, if you don't have a person, clothes kind of look like this.
A dead fold. Yeah.
That's your clothes without you.
That's true. But have you ever noticed that when you try drawing clothes, like you got this really nice like face that's all really pretty, and then you start doing the neck, and then you're like, okay, well, how do I draw the clothes? Like, okay, well, maybe I'll draw like some kind of thing. I don't know. I can't draw bad anymore, so it's really hard. I don't really know how the body is appearing, so maybe we'll do like some kind of twist, and maybe I want the thing to be like. I don't know. You draw bad. I cannot draw bad.
I've been
anymore,
able to channel it. Watch
do it.
this.
You do it. Hey, Lau. Yeah, like that. Go. Perfect. And because you don't really know what's going on, everything just is like you're just trying to guess. So the thing about mannequins is preventing you from guessing. So that's why we cover our mannequins. So this phase is just to understand the simple blocky proportions, and then this is where we add some volume. But I heard it was your birthday today, Lau. Happy birthday.
Oh, is it? Awesome. Happy birthday. 12 years old.
12 years old.
I'm kidding. I have no idea how old Lau is.
She's like, what, 18?
18, 19,
18, 19? I don't exactly remember.
Yeah. Lau is finally older than Fox.
Finally older than Fox. Help. So, as Colton mentioned before, this is 19, not a cylinder. Awesome. 19, yeah, kind of guessed right. This is not... What would you say is not a cylinder? This is not a cylinder. Yeah. This is not a cylinder. This is a cylinder. Where you see two little end caps that are ellipses.
That's funny. Sorry I'm late. You're not late. You are absolutely fantastically right on time, Master Magic. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Have a happy birthday.
Happy birthday. So here, this is where I'm going to show like what direction my arm is facing. Maybe this arm is coming towards us, this arm is going away from us, and we see, the top and the bottom of, it's like those models that are like this. Actually, I don't think it should even be like that, but whatever.
Well, if it was like that, then the torso
would probably be more twisted to the
would
side.
Have to be, you'd have to see that side of it. So the center line of the torso would have to kind of be like back there. You could totally do that pose.
Oh yeah. Torso can be simplified into like kind of rough boxes.
Actually, that's a really good point.
What?
Is a lot of people would accidentally make the mistake of making this coming towards us, but then having
the center line
this going away from us. And so it kind of like break their body. You'd sort of have to be like this would be going away, but this would be like coming forward. Like I can't really do that.
That's right. Yeah, you can't.
So be careful that you don't accidentally like break the physics
body.
Of the body. You can undo that if you want. Or did you already?
I did not undo it. Oh. There we go.
But I drew on the arm.
Oh, oops.
There you go.
There we go. So if you have like an arm that's facing towards you, understand that that can only be possible if you turn a little bit more to the side. So that is when you can add a different center line. And same thing with legs. You can make this turn these into cylinders as well.
Hey, Demonics.
Hey. So we got, just the basics of this mannequin. And if you have the proportions, you're basically just filling things, filling in the blanks, and everything's like way easier. The details will come to you if you have good foundation. I actually heard that figure drawing teacher that you were showing me. He said like, oh, when it comes to drawing, you want to make sure that your underlying drawing tastes good, like as a cake without frosting.
Yeah, I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
It's the thing that everybody doesn't want to do. Get the mannequin underneath correct. And if the mannequin underneath is good, it's basically he said it's like baking a cake that tastes good without the frosting.
Yeah.
It's like it's really good. And then when you add the frosting, it just makes it even better.
So yeah, we got a mannequin. And now let's talk a bit about tension and compression folds and actually putting some stuff on top.
Would you draw a face on that base?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a weird eye. Sorry.
Yeah, that's cute. Wait, we forgot to add ears.
An art class live. I love these. Yes.
Yay! It seems like you're new here.
Someone says hello from Japan. Hello.
Japan.
Hello from hot Arizona.
Arizona.
Stinkazona. 114 degrees Fahrenheit.
Hopefully it's not too hot in Japan. Fun, Japan. What time is it over there?
Yeah.
All right, so next step is understanding tension and compression folds. We talk about this a lot in one of our new videos. It's on clothes. Actually, our newest video is on clothes, so you can check that out on our YouTube channel. But we talk about this quite often because it is the bread and butter of folds. It's basically what creates folds is tension and compression. So if you can't draw clothes, it's because you don't understand the physics of clothes. We actually had a TikTok on clothes like a while back, and the first reason why people get it wrong is because they don't know the physics. And I'm like, yeah, take your physics class. So tension and compression folds happen. It's like it just happens naturally in clothes, and tension happens when there's action, gravity, actively pulling on clothes that creates tension. So anytime that you see, let me actually draw this on the other side here. So tension. Just look at clothes at malls or look at clothes on anybody, whether they're sitting down the bus or in the train or standing. If you look for clothes that look like this, where these folds are radiating to a point, they are triangular and have some diamonds, but they mostly are pretty straight and sharp. That's tension folds. Everything else is a compression fold or kind of like a mixture between the two. So this is always going to be caused by some form of action or gravity, like shoulders. Shoulders are a great tension point. Joints, like the elbow, because this, if they have a long sleeve shirt right here, or a long sleeved outfit, this would be pulling the cloth to this side. Knees are also great for tension points, and even hips can be great for tension points, but in this pose we don't have that as a tension point, so we'll mostly have shoulders and also the chest if it's a girl, and also a guy would also have some tension points around the chest area, but for now, like, these are like your main tension points, and there's only like a limited amount, like what, 3 or 4. So about the fold on a turtleneck for my OC. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, we can cover. Turtlenecks are really just cylinders, like a round cylinder wrapped around another cylinder, if you want to do that. So there's tension and then there's compression folds, and this is basically when there's a lot of excess fabric that doesn't know what to do itself. So actually, do you have that rag that we have Toby play with?
It's in the bedroom.
Oh, it's in the bedroom. Okay, then that's fine.
Well, I wouldn't have it.
Oh. So compression happens when you have, like, let's say a long sleeve shirt, or maybe like the bottom of your shirt and doesn't really know where to go, and you like crunch it up together. And so a lot of the time it'll just kind of look like this, like a bunch of zigzags and triangles. So these are like overlapping across each other. They're not radiating to a certain point.
Where
so
is
they
the
don't look like
pencil
that.
that's in here? It's always missing.
Which one? The lead pencil?
Yes.
Oh, it's on my desk because I was using that. Clothes, yeah, they are fun. Yep. So if you see this pattern right here, that's compression, and especially if you see folds that look like this, where you have like all these overlaps, and they create these kind of these little eyes. That's compression.
Yes. The lesson itself is probably not going to be that long today. It's probably going to focus a little bit more on demos. Mm-hmm. Just letting everybody know. So these are going to be covered relatively fast.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we already covered like 2 points already.
I feel like mannequin-wise. We can kind of probably cover like different ways that
I like that.
The body can bend, because all of these, like, say for example, we have somebody doing maybe like this, like, I don't know, bending over or sitting or something like that. Like the clothes in this pose would be a lot different, like fold wise, than if they were, say, bending backwards.
Right.
And I feel like maybe people get a lot of use out of seeing people in various poses.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like multiple poses in multiple directions. Not the same pose necessarily, but just like different poses. I feel like people get a lot out of what would happen if?
Yeah, what
You know
would
what I
happen
mean?
if? I think that's a great point. So let's actually just draw a few mannequins. You can use, the envelope method like this, or you can use, a bean. Beans are very common. You can even use a pillow just to show the torso. And actually, I like drawing pillows for folds because pillows already have folds on them, and they actually show tension and compression really well. So yeah, it's almost like a little mock torso. So you can use any of these breakdowns to build your poses. So actually, let's build some. Let's do one that's
Maybe
facing.
just some torsos.
Yeah. Let's do one that's facing. Maybe kind of bending back a little bit. Here's the head. Maybe we'll have the arm raised up like this, and have this arm go back like that. That looks kind of fun to draw an outfit on. So we'll do these three. So when we talk about tension and compression, they create specific folds. As a little recap, tension folds create these radiating lines that are very straight and sharp. Obviously, if it comes to materials, it'll be a little bit different, but for the most part, it looks like this. Compression is a lot of overlapping diamonds and triangles that kind of look like bricks, like a cloth version of bricks. You know how you stack bricks to make a wall? Kind of looks like that pattern. So when we add clothes on this, we're going to keep that in mind. So we can take these mannequins and actually just like mark little tension points. There's a tension point. There's a tension point. Here's a tension point. Here's a tension point. Very rarely will a shoulder not be a tension point. I think shoulders will always be tension points. Here's a little compression point. This part right here where the torso bends would be a compression point.
Well, shoulder can be at a compression point if you do this.
That's true. That is true.
It's
so
also
right
a tension.
Here, it's also tension and
so
compression.
if I lift my arm, it's pulling down. You can see these folds coming from my right arm down to my left side. See that?
Yeah, I do.
Like all those nice folds in there. And you also see compression happening here in my shoulder.
Yeah.
So you're getting...
Yeah, that's right.
Deltoid is kind of hooking this cloth and pulling down. And then you can see kind of up here at maybe kind of where the deltoid starts, sort of where like the traps meet the deltoid.
Yeah.
You get all this compression and everything.
That actually makes sense. So we'll have to
that
draw
really
for that
helps.
one. It does. Another thing I like to draw with clothes is actually just kind of thinking about how the overlaps are on the body. Meaning, like, is it tight on the body, or is it loose? So let's say if I'm drawing like a normal baggy t-shirt, I'll get a lot of drooping, and it won't be very tight. The folds won't be very won't look like this. The folds will instead look more like U-shaped. Right, so this is tight, this is loose. Tight, loose. And then I also think, okay, is this like, are these like longer sleeves, and how thick is it? If it's clinging to the skin, maybe I won't draw, I'll leave like a smaller gap. Does it look, does the sleeve have more of a drape at the bottom? That all depends on how you want your cloth to be, and also depends on your reference, of course. So I definitely want the shirt to be bunching in here.
Yes.
And your mannequin will basically determine how your clothes will look. So that's why I never skip what goes underneath.
Thank you for the follows, everybody.
Wow, thank you.
Jalen, Abby.
Yeah.
Aojo, Kimmy, Samuel, Ink, Sergio, Sparks, Rabbit, Alejandro, Herb, H3RB10, Jacob, Ghost, Sport, Sheepy, Mysterious, Travis, ZT, Missy, Crimes.
Actually, I want to turn this into a female body so we can talk about tension point for the breast.
Crime? Oh, I don't know. Anyways, thank you for the follows.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So when it comes to t-shirts for women, very rarely, unless it's like a very tight t-shirt, will you see it wrap like very tightly around the chest. Instead, you'll actually see a lot of like a fall off. It'll kind of look more squarish towards the chest because it's a tension point as well. And you'll actually see a bit of the underside of the shirt, especially if it's like a shorter a shorter shirt. If it's like a crop shirt, then you'll see that the bottom of that cylinder, but we're gonna make it a little bit more just kind of like normal size. The tighter the sleeve is, the less droopy it is, so you actually see that the triangle right here is much smaller. This triangle is a lot more wide. This one's very small, so I'll make a small triangle for this. And always remember that when you're drawing shirts or sleeves, they're always going to have a wrap around it, so that's showing the form of the body. Hey Slay, welcome back. So yeah, now we have, you know, some cloth that's not really cloth yet, but it's kind of there. We just got the base of the clothes on top of these mannequins. Now let's add the folds. And the folds will be guided by tension points and compression points. So, and here's where we'll talk about seam lines. So seam lines are a great way to show folds within this shape here. So folds don't just happen on the outside, they also happen on the inside. And if you it will actually give you a lot more detail. So for instance, if I'm drawing a sweater, sometimes you'll actually see these lines. There's a seam line here and a seam line on the shoulder. And sometimes it droops like further than the shoulder. But like this gives a lot of good information of how, you know, maybe the cloth is stitched together. You can even find seam lines like on the sides of the outfit. So like, let's say here's a side view and you really want to show a twist. And here I'm drawing like the folds. You can use the seam line on the side to describe how the folds are moving in place. So this is the seam line, and I'm using that to just use that to wrap around these folds here. So to make it more three-dimensional. And it's just wonderful. It's like just a great way to show extra depth without like overly detailing. So notice that I'm not even like adding any like crazy lines like this. Let me see. Like this, or oh here's a line here and oh here's a line here, without any thought. I just did a seam line and it already gives me the information that I need.
Seam line will really describe your form.
Oh yeah.
And it shows the direction of things too.
Yeah, like here, for example, we see the top of the shoulders. We know that on the top of the shoulders there's going to be a seam line. So that's like showing direction. If this brush looks a little bit different, it's because I'm using a bigger brush on like a smaller drawing. So yeah.
So seam lines do the job of, they can also show the side of your form.
Yeah.
So they kind of act like, if I were to draw a box, so let's just draw a box, right? Maybe like a 1 to 3. If I draw a box like this, the seam line basically does the job of that corner right there. It tells you when the box starts to turn around. And so a seam line on a figure can actually give you the side of that box and make your drawing more dimensional. And if you have a cylinder, let's say you have 2 cylinders. Let's just have one right here and one right there. If I add a line to this, this kind of tells me the orientation of the cylinder. And so if I put that same line right here, now it basically gives you an idea of what rotation that cylinder is. Like it could be in any direction. So that's also what seam lines are really good at. It gives you
the corner.
Yeah, it kind of adds a corner to a shape that doesn't have a corner.
Yeah.
And it's really, really important. That's what all the pros do. They use little tricks like that. It's kind of like a psychology thing. Like it tells your brain information that it kind of picks up on subconsciously.
Yeah.
And so, you know, if you're someone who likes to draw clothes and you draw like a lot of anime stuff and you're trying to get to the next level, try to really pay attention to those seam lines and how they describe the form of the cloth.
Yeah.
It's really, really important stuff.
Yeah. What drawing app you use? This is Procreate. Oh, I wonder if Kotz was here. I did message them and say they were going to do the watercolor and they said they'll be there, but we'll see. All right, so here I added my seam lines on this one. And so since we have 2 tension points here, this is actually going to create a diaper fold effect, which looks like this. It's a cloth, you have 2 tension points, and it stretches the cloth and therefore creates these U-shaped folds in the middle. It's kind of a compression. There's tension and there's compression in the middle because this is excess folds or excess clothing. Yeah, it's kind of small. So you would see this very often. It's a very natural and a very common looking fold that you can see on dresses, shirts, anything, even in blazers.
Yeah.
Especially in the back view.
Since humans are symmetrical. Now, poses aren't always symmetrical, but if the arms are doing something symmetrically, look.
Ooh.
Diaper fold right
Diaper
here.
fold.
That's what it is. 2 tension points, and then it kind of spans in the middle. So if I put my arms like this, you can see those really curl together. And if I take my arms like that, you can see it's still there, but it's like wider. It's like much wider. Curled together, wider. And actually towards like the bottom of my shirt, what tends to happen is it really, really starts to like loop almost like a U.
They kind of look like, some folds kind of look like this.
Yeah.
These kind of shapes. But it's not just shape, but also understanding what forms it creates. So like, you know, this is the shadows, for example. You want to see like, oh, in the middle, there's these like tubular forms. That's what a fold is. So here, this is where we'll see a lot of compression because the cloth is literally being like folded together by the torso. So we'll see a lot of like these diamond shapes in the middle. And I would say like, you know, for the rest of these folds down here, we don't really need to add that much because we already have all the information that we need on this shirt. So all we have to do is just add like a little hem.
Brush. You can get the brush for free on the linky on our profile.
Yes.
Or you can get it in our Discord server. You can type !brush in any of the Discord channels. I can go type it in just general one.
Oh, one thing to add for shirts and for a lot of just outfits in general is there's always going to be some sort of like hem or cuff at the ends, like down here and down and up here in the sleeves and the bottom of the shirt. I guess it's just to make the cloth look a bit neater because if not, it's just gonna look kind of weird. But keep in mind of that.
Hey, Doma and Runestorm, awesome. Glad it is helpful.
Yay. So this is where we would see a little bit of compression and also some tension. So this arm is moving. So if you move your arm to one side, Colton, if you want to, and then turn around.
What?
Like turn around like that. You'll see that this arm is stretching this cloth, and you'll see that these folds will stretch over diagonally to that point.
And another really important point about seam lines is a lot of the time folds will start or appear at a seam line.
Yeah.
Really happens a lot, especially on like the sides of like clothes and stuff like this. Like you'll see those folds right there. A lot of the time you'll actually see them appear at a seam line.
Yeah.
So I've got a seam line going down my shirt right here, and a lot of the time they'll just kind of start there.
Even twists, you know, also occur, and these folds would occur with twists. So for instance, if this character is twisting, you'll actually see more of like a spiral fold. So that means it's a fold that wraps around the cylinder and kind of like twists around. Kind of looks like that. We can do a more subtler version. So I will gravitate my folds towards the top and wrap it around. And even towards the back, there's also going to be tension because there's, you know, the shoulders. So we can add like a very, very subtle diaper fold. Here's our cuffs. And there's the second shirt. So it feels more convincing now that we have just tension and compression involved. We don't really need to think about, what are the 7 basic folds or like where fold goes where. It's like, no, just where's the tension point? Where's the compression areas? Oh, and then we got a shirt.
Yeah. I've taken multiple costume drawing classes where they don't even mention the 7 basic folds once.
That's so interesting.
And some of them are really, really high level designers.
Yeah.
And character artists. Not everybody really uses them that much. A lot of people will actually break clothing folds down into tension and compression folds and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So the chest right here is a tension point. So you'll typically see a few triangles in the middle that create the diaper fold. You also see a bit of a triangle on the side of the chest because, you know, the cloth is pulling it to the peak and then it drops down like into triangles. So for clothes for women, you'll see a lot more triangular shapes, like kind of almost looks like a little M, like an M. Here's this kind of shape right there. And since there's not really much compression, except for maybe in the shoulders and maybe a little bit in the armpit area, this can just kind of drape over the body and actually create a bit of a cast shadow, which actually creates more depth, which is always nice to see.
Thank you for the follows, everybody.
Thank you.
Bree, it's your boy, Vixie, Moonlight, Larry, Canned, Eris, Nico, Nomi, Wally, Day, Eater of the Eyeballs.
Oh.
That's interesting. Chris, Mercedes? Is that how you say it?
Mercedes? Mercedes?
Strip, TNS, Dear Diary. Y'all work better than my art teacher. MF didn't teach nothing. Yeah, that's why we're live.
That's why we're live.
This is you're not alone.
Yeah, there's a lot of,
That's
unfortunately,
for sure.
but it's because art is a very hard subject, and it's I don't think a lot of people really understand art very much.
Yeah.
It's kind of a hard subject to tackle.
Yeah, it's really difficult. It's a really high level thing, and there's so much to cover. Like, there's so much stuff. There's
so much
many
information.
Interconnected parts.
Yeah.
And pieces that interconnect, and they're kind of like a whole world in and of themselves.
Mm-hmm. So we talked a bit about seam lines, tension, and compression folds. So now let's talk a little bit about materials. And this is the thing about most beginner intermediate artists, is they don't understand the difference between materials. So if they're really used to drawing a specific type of shirt, but they don't know how to draw, or they don't know how to draw or imply a different texture like jeans, it's because they don't really understand the quality of these materials. So for instance, cotton, like a cotton skirt or pants or whatever, will have very soft folds that appear a little bit more frequently. So let's just kind of draw some shorts really quick that are a lot softer. So when I look at softer outfits, I think there's not a lot of like heavy texture. There's going to be a little bit more folds that are also softer in appearance. So like not crazy harsh lines like this, but rather lines that are more like, oh, it's like a softer version of this. It's rounded. Right. If I were to draw and turn this into denim, I would take a look at just the seam lines, for one. But two, I would look at the stitching. So jeans, for example, have a lot of qualities that look like this right here. And you'll see it everywhere. You'll see it on the pockets. You'll see it on the button area. You'll see it on the seams. So, and you'll also see a lot of thickness. So jeans have this kind of like little edge to it. Kind of looks like rather than a thin strip, it has a side that looks like that. So when I'm drawing the belt line, I'm adding this edge. They also like to have belt hoops. So pants have a lot of belt hoops because they gotta have a belt around it. They have a button which goes over the crotch area, and that has this kind of strip. And then you'll see the stitching. It's starting to look more like cargo pants, denim-ish, right? Someone asking for a couple. Yes, we are a couple.
Yo.
We're married. You'll see seam lines in here and here that make it look like denim. Denim also has like really stretchy fabric. Not stretchy, really tight folds. So very kind of horizontal looking folds. And it happens kind of only around the crotch area and around the knees. But since we're doing shorts for this one, we're just doing the crotch area. Stitching, stitching, stitching on the seams. And we could even add some like torn bits in the shorts. And now looks like jeans, looks like denim. Right, very different from something like this. It's night and day, but still cloth. Oh yeah, you can definitely add a buttonhole around the button, but you know, since this is a small drawing, it's kind of hard to see, so I just leave the button out. But yeah, let's see, if you want to draw like leather tends to have these really like kind of S curvy, and it kind of the folds look like a very long line that looks like this. So if you're drawing like a leather jacket, for example, and you look at their sleeves, it's this main shape that's very consistent. Let's do this really quick. Let's draw an arm. Come on, undo. So they'll have folds, but it's very stiff folds. It's not like cotton where it's like bendy and kind of stretchy. It's more like, here's your seam line, and then here is that fold right there. And actually there's even like a little ridge for the fold as well, like a little top. Leather also tends to have like larger triangular folds. I always struggle to understand direction of folds. Honestly, mine are so random. That is where the tension and compression folds happen. Tension shows you direction. So if you have two tension folds here, you want to gravitate your lines towards those two tension points. That's what's going to help with making it not look random, right? If I'm showing a twist, I want the twist or the folds to look like it's going this way, this way. You can even draw like little arrows to guide you rather than just trying to guess. So that's what helps me a lot. So silk, for example, I've drawn a lot of silk. Very, very soft folds. Let's draw a little, and let's draw one more texture. And we'll get to some demos because I do have some examples that I would like to show. So if I'm like drawing a silk and I'm drawing a silk dress, it kind of behaves like a mixture between cotton and leather, but it's more reflective and softer. It's not like leather.
Yeah, a lot of silk is just going to be in the rendering.
Yeah, it is going to be in the rendering. But you'll actually see that the folds are more like that shape. Very soft, very rounded.
It's like this very kind of
flowy.
very flowy.
Think of the different fabrics, like like them having different personalities, right? Denim, casual, just kind of straight to the point, no nonsense. So adding more rugged features like stitch lines, really obvious seams.
Very stiff.
Denim is very stiff, so that's their personality. Cotton is like average, plain, but nice. So they're kind of also like not hidden as either. They're not trying to impress anybody. They're just them. So their folds are they're not super crinkled. They're also kind of soft. So you would try to make your folds look like that personality. And then leather, stiffer, cooler, more styled. You know, they don't really, they're kind of rebellious. So that's why they only have like one single fold that looks like this, and it's like one continuous line. So yeah, that's what I think of. And silk is the elegant one of all of them. So that means a lot of S curves, a lot of these kind of droopier, softer, kind of curvy folds, right? And of course, as Colton mentioned earlier, a lot of it you can tell in the rendering by just like how reflective it is.
What cup today? Cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon roll. Silk?
With a scratch.
Oh.
Directly on the face. I don't know how that happened.
Silk also likes to kind of only show like a few folds as well. Like it depends on how draped the cloth is. But like if you have like a knee on top and this fabric isn't like super stretchy, silk is not very stretchy. So what it does, it basically simplifies everything down, and you only see these folds down here towards the leg. That's it, because it doesn't really like to stretch. It's not like elastic. It is what it is, right? So it just simplifies everything down and then only shows some tension towards the leg. Everything else, just dumb it down. No need to add anything complicated. And it feels like silk. I've drawn a lot of silk dresses, so that's and I've rendered a few silk dresses, so that is how I like to see it as. Actually, I did some clothing rendering a while back. Let me try to find where it is. Here it is. So this is some studies that I did.
Yeah, this was from like last year
from
sometime,
like last
right?
year, yeah. And this is like a silk thing. So Notice that in this example, a lot of rounded folds, not a lot of sharp diamonds or triangles. Everything's kind of rounded, but the rendering is more metallic, soft metallic with a bit of like color variation. So that's what creates what makes silk.
95% of rendering clothes is being able to draw them.
Yeah.
It's a drawing skill. Painting is a drawing skill, basically. Like, not, or I should say, most of painting is your drawing fundamentals.
Yeah.
Understanding the form, understanding where the edges are, what direction things are going in perspective. Most of the time when people have trouble with painting, it's a drawing.
Yeah.
It's a drawing issue.
Like this feels like cotton to me because there's a lot more, or like linen. I should say linen because there's a lot of sharp folds, not a lot of reflectivity, and everything's pretty even in texture. Whereas this one, it's very different quality of material, different folds. Yeah, same thing here and here. Soft materials will have very soft edges. I really like this one. I like the colors on this one right here.
That's fun.
It's like, I don't even know how I did that. Sometimes like you look at a drawing and you'd be like, how did I even achieve that effect? Happy accidents, I guess.
I should draw more like male jackets and suits and stuff.
Oh, that's
like
fun.
That. Like this kind of stuff.
Yeah, show it.
Like those.
Colin's doing some drawing as well.
I'm doing some drawing as well.
We actually did do an anatomy tutorial, I think, on Wednesday, and actually that is the last stream on our YouTube channel, so you can actually check that out.
A little bit of stuff.
They're
I
very
get
good.
bored while we stream.
I know.
I used to never draw during stream. I would just sit here, and now I'm just like, you know what, I want to draw.
Yeah, honestly, I don't blame you. So here, if I'm gonna like render this simply, I'm just going to say, hey, maybe I just want the highlight to be on the leg area because that's the area that's like the most prominent to me.
Which again, that's a drawing thing.
That is a drawing thing. You have to understand what's going on the inside, right?
Yeah. You've got this. You've got leg coming forward right here. You've got leg going backwards right here. And then this leg is going backwards. So you know that if you're going to render this, the shadows would be like that.
Yeah.
So, again, most of rendering and painting is drawing.
Yep.
It's like, that is the foundational skills. Like, painting is drawing plus extra. How would you shade black clothes? You'd keep a really restricted value range, but it would black clothes are mostly silhouette.
Yeah.
You don't really need to, you don't render them a lot. Like, you'd render them the exact same as any other clothes. You just really, really restrict your value range to very dark. It's going to be dark and very dark, and those are essentially going to be your two values.
Yeah, like if I were to just shade this leather area right here, like really, really dark, I would keep it very, very minimum.
Although leather would work a little bit.
Leather would, that's
get
true.
Highlights.
That is true. You would get highlights. Maybe I shouldn't have done that one.
What's rendering? Rendering is
a different one.
describing light as it falls across the form.
Yeah, we'll do this one.
That's a fancy term for shading.
Yeah. So like if I were to draw like black pants or paint.
Do you have a picture of any black outfits? Wasn't there one that you did recently in class?
It was in class,
for a demo?
Yeah.
Did you post it?
It is, yeah, it is posted.
Let me find it. Class demos.
It's on the clothing. There it is.
Here?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah. You'll see that the pants, they contain a very, very restricted value range. They're not really very fleshed out.
No.
But it's almost exclusively silhouette. Black clothes are about silhouette.
Holographic clothes, it's more about understanding the value. Like, don't get distracted with the colors. The colors don't matter. Holographic clothes will feel more metallic. So if you render it in a metallic way, all you have to do is just add a bit of color, like color variation, and it will look, holographic. So I know the holographic is like fancy, but you just have to look past the color. I would even just turn it black and white, and just not get bogged down with the colors.
What's rendering? Yes. How would you suggest practicing clothing?
Actually, we're gonna do that.
Basically, this way. Do a bunch of studies.
Yeah.
Do studies, understand the tension and compression, and honestly just copy a lot of like pictures of people wearing clothes.
Simple clothes, even.
And try to map out like exactly where are the tension points, where are the compression points. I would recommend starting with people in like very simple clothes. Will Weston has people start drawing statues because they're pre-designed clothes. Like an artist went in there and made this marble statue designing out the clothes, and then if you draw that, you're basically learning from an artist. It's kind of like a master study.
It is like a master study, yeah.
I think that actually works really well. Andrew Park, who's a costume designer, he had people draw people wearing sweatshirts and sweatpants because there's not really a lot of distractions. So Kirk Shinmoto, in his classes, he start by having people draw outfits with no fold, just the seam lines over simple mannequins. So, like, there's a lot of different ways you could start.
Yeah.
Both of us have taken a lot of costume drawing classes.
And we teach it in our anime art school as well.
Yeah, and we teach it as well. And very few teachers really give the exact same assignment. It's all based, but they're always based on, like, understanding.
Yeah.
Is this recorded? Yes, it is. Ruby, we are live on YouTube right now. Draw Anime Academy is the channel. You can actually see the entire iPad as well. What type of clothing is that?
I don't know. It's like a Renaissance type clothing, like Renaissance era.
Some sort of a dress?
Some sort of a dress.
With like a drapery. Very strong diaper fold.
Very strong diaper fold. That's why I really like this example. And it's also like just very simple. I like to actually think of clothes in components. So like, oh, there's one component which is the headdress. There's this component which is around this like skirt. And then there's the actual dress. So like when I compartmentalize it that way, it actually becomes a lot easier to draw. I don't really know the exact history of this outfit. I just saw a cool outfit and call it.
Was that just from Pinterest?
That's just from Pinterest. So when I'm drawing like my base, I'm thinking about a few things. I'm thinking about, okay, I can see like the gesture of this overall pose. It's very straight, but there's a bit of curvature in the leg. So like I know that the way she's standing, she has one leg in front of the other. How can I tell? That's where her feet are. One leg is in front of the other. This one's the dominant one. This one's the one in the back. You can get this brush in our profile. It's a Google Drive link. So, and then afterwards, I think, okay, what's the overall like blocky shape? So I start squinting, and then I'm like, okay, the dress kind of looks like a rectangle, especially the bottom part. So I start thinking in silhouette afterwards. So then I kind of just add that shape in.
Yeah, we're taking a painting class by a guy named Robert Lemler. He's a painter who's had galleries for 40 years. Really, really, really good oil painter. And he was telling us that he basically never stops squinting the entire time he's looking at his subject.
Yeah.
He squints the entire time, like almost closing your eyes to like eliminate details and nuance.
Yeah, like
I'm like oh, like do you ever not squint? And he's like, no, I squint the entire time.
Like here's a shape that I see. Here's a shape that I see. It's kind of like a rectangle.
Yeah, you can get the brush for free.
And here's another
So
shape.
if you want to join the Discord server, you can send us a direct message here on TikTok if you're on TikTok. And if you're on YouTube, there should be a link in the description that you can find our invite on. I mean, it's on our TikTok as well, but most people can't see it. So you can just send us a direct message, ask for the Discord invite, and I'll send it to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so before I even draw any folds, I'm already thinking about shape. So this cloak creates this triangle shape. This fold right here creates another like kind of rectangular shape. So no folds yet, but it still looks like, you know, something's happening, right?
Toby L. Is that Toby?
Toby? And then here's like a wrap around it. So once again, thinking in terms of cylinder, you can even think of this whole like skirt as a cylinder, and this cloth is just wrapping around it, and that is one big form. So that is how I would start breaking down the actual outfit rather than getting bogged down by the details.
Y'all, hey Toby, how you doing? Are you done? No, you're going back to school when? August, September? Doing your Harry Potter fan art? Nice.
Oh, have fun.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I've been doing a deep dive into anatomy lately. I got so sick of not knowing anatomy of arms that I decided I was going to try to figure it out once and for all.
Here with the chest, it's like a slight drape. So it's like mostly rectangular, but there's a slight little bump at the end. And then on the waist, there is some binding. So I have all my components of this outfit. Then I start, adding in what fold goes where. How do you choose and use a color palette based on how you want the person to feel? That will depend entirely on your own tastes. I don't know exactly how to answer that.
I would look up like the psychology of color. There's a lot better descriptions out there than I can give. Colors will make people feel a certain way, and I would look that up. Like bright yellow, orange, cheery colors, blue, purples, emotional colors. Like high key and low key lighting. But we're not talking about color on this stream. I'll send you what I've been doing on Discord, Toby, if you want.
So when I'm looking at this fold, I'm thinking, oh, here's this veil, and it's tucking right into this arm, and we'll see that tension right there. And we'll see a little bit of compression on the side. So that kind of want to make sure that my folds feel like that's what's happening. Right, so that's direction. That's a direction right behind it. Here's like some drop folds. Here is some compression, especially in this area. There's a lot of like these like overlaps in this area. Here's one main fold coming across, and actually be really mindful of these kind of folds where they overlap another form. So that is like what we like to call a hook, where you have one cloth and that other, and the fold wraps around this.
Yeah,
super
I'll
iconic.
I'll probably be on Discord later. Yes, the hook. The
hook. I love it.
The hook.
It's so good.
More SpongeBob references. A lot of SpongeBob lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Like content in your feed?
No, just for some reason I've had like a lot of SpongeBob references come up in my life recently.
Oh, and another thing to think about is just like these little eyes. At any time that you're looking at a fold, there's going to be like some little gaps. This is a very aesthetic shape. I love drawing these kind of shapes right there. It's so...
It's very aesthetic.
It's so good. It's like, it's so good.
And don't forget like your basic figure drawing fundamentals when you're doing clothing. Simple and complex. This is covered a lot in animation classes, but try to have areas of complexity like this right here, and areas of simplicity like this right here. It's very interesting to your brain when there's something to look at and then there's like a rest area.
So like
very, very interesting to your brain.
Yes. So what happens is when you are drawing clothes and you don't know how to study clothes, you'll end up being like, I'm going to draw every single line that I see. So like you'll start zooming in and you'll be like, oh, I see this line here. I see this line here. Oh, I see this line and this line and this line and this line and this line. And then, oh, these like little tiny lines here as well. So then what happens is you got like a very like stripy, like very stringy looking cloth, which doesn't
it's almost
feel good.
like, you know how there was that time where it's like, don't listen to my words, listen to what I mean. And like drawing things in clothing is the same way. Like don't look at the individual wrinkles and folds. Look at what the clothing means, right?
Yeah, what the clothing's showing you.
What it's showing you,
happening.
right? Where is the compression point? Where is the cloth originating from? Where is it flowing to? Instead of going like, oh, there's this little wrinkle right here. Back up, squint your eyes, and go, what's the message? What's the message of this?
Yeah. See,
and, for some people, I think you might get completely lost on that. For other people, you might be like, oh my gosh, I know what you mean. I need to try that.
Like here, I know that there's a lot of lines in here, but I'm not going to do that because if I squint, I don't see any of those folds anywhere. Like
exactly.
it doesn't make any sense.
What is this saying? It's saying, hey, I'm a little piece of a cylinder, and I got a little noise around my edge. And I might have some...
Can't see that. There we go.
I might have some wrapping lines.
Yeah.
But I'm just a little piece of a cylinder that's facing upwards. That's what this is telling us, right?
Yep, it is. And so you know, what I'm doing here is I'm showing that. I did it in a different perspective, but that's okay.
Yeah, and either could work as long as it's consistent.
Yeah, I think I'll just keep it downward because this is a downward facing
Yeah.
edge and this one is also downward facing. So I keep it downward facing.
Yeah.
You know, then these folds are pulled from this tension area right here. So I'm going to add some folds that gravitate towards this part. So this is what's happening. You have a cloth that's bound by another cloth. And the cloth that's binding it is tightening around the form. So what happens is there's this like little squished area, tension area. So it's like an inverse, right? Tension in here, tension out, tension in and out.
I actually kind of like it going up.
You like it going up?
She's got this pose
Yeah,
that's
she
like this,
does.
right? She's got this pose, look, that's like kind of
true.
coming out and her hips coming out.
Sure, I'll do that then. Change it to that.
It's like wrapped around her upper belly.
Yeah.
But the most important thing, well, one of the important things is keep it consistent.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want like conflicting information where you show a form going one way and then something else goes another way. It's almost like if you draw like a cylinder, right?
Like a...
Yeah, like some wrapping lines are going like this and others are going like that. That's a very, very confusing form because you've got stuff going both ways. Now imagine if it was very consistent throughout that entire form.
Even bandages could look good.
Yeah. You've maybe got like bandages, you know.
Ooh, that's fun.
Something like that. Much, much, much less confusing. Much, much clearer what's happening here.
Yes.
And you can rotate it and stuff, right? And you can add one bandage, you can add 5 bandages, you could wrap the whole arm, you could make it like a mummy. Try to keep it consistent. And sometimes, because a photograph is like a literal picture of the real world, sometimes things in photographs don't make a lot of sense. Sometimes photos have like bad information. Yeah. And so as a designer, as an artist who's designing, try to take that information and make it clear. Edit out something. If you're drawing an environment and there's a street light or a stop sign right in the place that's the wrong spot, you can just leave the stop sign out. You could leave that street light out.
Mm-hmm. So for this fold, I feel like a lot of people be like, oh, but how do I draw this kind of fold? I would actually start with the center line. I find the center and I'd be like, okay, here's where it's traveling. Oh, this goes in here. This goes back in here. Oh, there we go. And it creates this very specific shape or path. And sometimes I just start with that. I'll be like, okay, here's where it starts. Here's where it ends. Here it goes, tucks in, tucks out. And it doesn't have to be the exact shape. It just has to get that feeling across that it's wrapping around. So notice that I'm not even like using this reference to be one-to-one. I'm just using this to show, okay, here's where my first fold is. Here's where the shadow is. You know, maybe this fold can indent like that, but it's like a larger fold. And so you're kind of designing and drawing at the same time. And that's why drawing is so hard, because you're designing at the same time. And you're also like trying to juggle, you know, drawing well and also making sure it looks good. And that's why it's, have some grace with yourself if your drawing doesn't turn out, like, because it's just so hard. It's very hard. So once again, I did not start with lines that don't really have a purpose, right? This is lines that don't have a purpose. Instead, you can even think of it like, oh, here's a shape. Here's a shape. Here's a shape. Here's a shape. Mm-hmm. And then the folds kind of just magically appear before you because all these shapes create more shapes. So that's why I actually like starting with shapes instead of like lines. It's kind of back and forth, right?
At Draw Anime Academy Tutorials, Hi. You just said I.
Oh.
Hello. Yay, clothes. How to draw different types of sleeves. I've never seen that technique before. Awesome. Hey, Gizmo. Hey, Kureji. Hello, Roz.
Hey.
Ray followed the live creator.
Yay! I have a character named Ray.
Let's go. Wait.
Where is she? She's not here. She's not here. We'll have to show it a different time. So yeah, now we got, you know, these folds in here. This is actually showing kind of like the front of the leg. So we also have depth in this outfit. We got, always find out how the cloth is moving. There's like some cloth in front, some cloth in the back. There's that little shadow right there. Cylinder goes back, cylinder goes back. A lot of pipe folds. So that's what can help, that helps you with understanding how it all is working. And especially don't forget how the foot wraps around like things like feet or hands. Very, very descriptive as well. Overlaps, overlaps. You know, maybe some like straighter folds in here. You know, and there we got an outfit. Woo! Ain't that nice? I don't draw at all, but I've been doom scrolling and y'all pulled me in. It makes me want to try again. Do it.
Do it.
It's your sign.
This is it.
And we're here to help. We teach drawing, so anything that you are confused about, we generally cover a lot of topics that people have trouble with, like anatomy and perspective and clothing drawing and stuff. So this is the part where I have the most fun, and that is where I can start pushing and pulling details. So this is already at a level that I'm happy with in terms of detail, but now I'm going to add in some extra things like some line weight. So what is line weight? Well, line weight is kind of like a communication with how you're going to design your line. So like, for instance, a lot of people think that lines should all be the same thickness, and some people have really good art that has the same thickness like this. But line can also be a shape where you can have a hard line, a soft line with a, maybe like a thicker shape instead. You can have a dynamic curve with very, very thin lines to a thicker line, and that creates its own shape. So I'm going to go into this and start adding in these little dark areas.
What art books do you recommend on what subject?
Yeah, on what subject? Because there's a lot of
There's a lot. Funny enough,
subjects.
there's so few books on clothing drawing.
There really
very,
is.
very, very few. Almost every single costume drawing teacher I've ever had is just like, man, there's just not very many books. Like, there's a couple, but there's not a lot.
We should make one, honestly.
Yeah. Well, we
have
a section on clothes in our book. Mm-hmm. Like, for example,
there it is.
Here you go. Book volume 2. We have a whole section on clothes.
Yeah, little demos.
Talk about the 7 basic folds, which we're not really going to talk about this stream. We're going to focus more on tension and compression. But
there's always just sections of clothes.
Yeah.
And not enough breakdowns, I think.
Yeah, and there's also like a bunch of different costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
Character design.
Costumes, props.
Yeah.
Lace is all about indication of detail. So like, lace is just noise, but there's like simpler noise and much like larger bits of noise.
I have heard of that one, Duff Pappy, Bern Hogarth's Dynamic Drapery. Is that the one where he just draws suits? What book is that? Oh,
I'm glad you asked.
I'm glad you asked. This is our book.
Yes.
Anime Academy, How to Draw Characters. We are the authors. We've published 2 books. That's a volume 2, and this is volume 1. Volume 1 actually has more on clothes than volume 2. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want to open it to that?
Let's do that.
The clothing part?
Let's find it. There it is.
Yeah, there's a lot on clothes in volume 1. A lot of different types of clothes and stuff.
It's drawing clothes step by step. Different types of cloth, ruffles and pleats. This one's more like in depth with drop folds and stuff.
Reconnecting.
Oh.
Now what's going on? There we go.
Spiral folds, different examples of how it occurs, stuff like that. What is the book called?
Anime Academy, How to Draw Manga.
And Anime Academy, How to Draw Characters.
We do. We are streaming on YouTube right now. You can actually go over to our account, Draw Anime Academy. And all of our past live streams are on YouTube as well, so you can go rewatch those. Mm-hmm. Can confirm these books are helpful. I always use them. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vivi. Did we just get booted out? I think we lost connection for a second to TikTok, but we're back.
Yep. Ooh, one thing about folds that you can add that doesn't really
there it is.
require
Hold on.
rendering.
We got that silly puzzle again.
Silly puzzle. Silly.
There we go.
Drop shadows. Look at this shape right here. That is also another really dynamic shape. And that is just this cloth wrapping around this fold. And because this is a pipe fold, we're going to see more cylindrical shapes in the cast shadow. Ooh, it's very satisfying.
There's one particular clothing drawing book. I don't remember what it's called, but basically the guy only draws guys in suits. And he's a really, really good artist, but he's convinced that all you need to know about drawing clothes can be learned from drawing guys in suits.
It's interesting. It's an interesting perspective.
He's a great artist.
Who was it? I feel like I've heard
I know.
of it.
I think Will Weston talked about him, but I don't remember the name. Is there a specific website where you can get it? Our books are on Amazon.
I actually really like this gem. It's pretty.
Yeah, you can find those both on Amazon.
I don't know if we'll do another one.
Another what?
Another demo.
That's
I'm not
a
sure.
really weird pose.
It's a weird pose. I like the texture.
I like the upper body.
I like the upper body more than
But
the
there's
lower
like
body.
an upper body demo.
Sure, I'll do upper body.
Oh yeah, I did a clothing study recently. I can show that as well. Where was it? Did I post it anywhere? In Archer, maybe?
So this pose, even though it's not super descriptive, we can see a little bit of that envelope shape based on the shoulders and a little bit based on the hips. So, and we can also see a little bit based on compression. So this will look like this. That's the envelope gesture.
Here it is.
Any options to buy your books elsewhere? No.
Not right now. I would like to get them into bookstores eventually, but it's a pretty big process, and we're pretty busy with other things right now. Here you go.
Ooh, fancy! I love this stuff. This is Colton's. It's very
Yeah,
nice.
it's something I did in class a week or two ago.
Very soft. I like your shapes in your shadows. Very nice. And actually, I like how you did the hatching right in here. I like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes? Maybe 20 minutes or so for that. But again, it's all like painting is mostly drawing skills.
Yeah. If you don't know how to draw, it's harder to paint.
Yeah.
Even though some people are convinced that painting's easier.
Painting is the description of light.
Yeah.
Like light and dark. Like you cannot have a painting without a light source. You can have a drawing without a light source, but you can't paint something if there's no light. And so painting is everything that drawing is, plus an additional complicated step. So if you can't draw something, you can't paint it. Because, again, painting is drawing plus extra.
We're going to do the upper body for this one because the pose is a little bit weird.
And drawing is like that really core skill that takes a long time to get really good at.
Well, you can't hide things with drawing.
Yeah.
You can't hide things with painting.
Yeah, you can hide a lot in paintings. You know, you can create like the illusion of depth and the illusion of space and everything through overlaps in paintings and stuff. But yeah, it's very interesting.
All right, so there's our basic mannequin. Got our main gesture with the torso. And some people might look at this and be like, I don't see any direction. There is direction. We
Do
just
you
gotta
offer
find it.
videos with our books? No, but we do have a YouTube channel that covers a lot of stuff.
And we do have an anime art school as well, which is our own classes.
Yeah, we do have online classes as well.
So here, a lot of forms. This wraps around this form. This goes around here. That's direction.
If you are interested in any online classes, we do have basically an entire college education online. There is an entire costume drawing class in that school, and it's all recorded. You can watch it at your own time. It's a really, really big school. If you're interested in that, it is called Anime Art School, and you can find it on drawanime.com. That's our URL.
Draw anime.
Yeah, just 2 words. And it's a really big school. So if you go there, you'll be brought to a page. You can find the Discord server, and then the yellow button will show you our school. You can also find links to our books there. You can find the Discord invite. You can find our socials, YouTube, TikTok, all that kind of stuff. What else is on there? The brush that's being used on stream is also there for free download on that as well. Pretty much all of our stuff is there. So there you go. Our class is free. This class is free.
Yep. This class right now is free. And it's going to be on our YouTube.
But
so.
Not Anime Art School. That's a paid program.
Yeah.
What's the Discord link? If you want an invite to the Discord, you can send us a direct message on TikTok and ask for the invite, and I'll send it to you.
So I think a lot of people can be confused with hoodies because it looks complicated, but what it really is just a cylinder that goes to a point. And you see the bit of the inside. It just looks like that. Actually, that's not a very good shape. You can draw like 2 like soft triangles, merge it to one point, and here's the back side. There we go. That looks better. That's what it looks like.
Okay, all right now. Awesome. I will be looking for your... There it is. Yeah, we have a Discord server with a bunch of people. A bunch of people are working on Art Fight these days in voice channels together. There's a bunch of channels that you can show your art and ask for feedback from people and hang out and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, if you want to join a fun, nice community, you can do that. Can you send the link? Yes, if you DM me.
If you DM.
Or me, our TikTok. I can't actually send you a message in chat.
Look, here's a seam line. Seam line right there.
Yippee!
Yippee!
Oh my gosh, look how amazing that is as well, right? That nice seam line, right? You've got this, and you've got this, and you've got that nice little triangle there. Oh my gosh. And then, oh, look at this. Oh, you got a hook.
Ah.
And then you've got this. Oh.
It's so satisfying.
It's so satisfying.
I like to think of drawing clothes like ASMR, but like texturally, I guess.
Yeah, it's like all of that juicy information that you can just add in there. You know, a lot of like learning. I would say taking a good quality class is basically like teaching you all of the inside jokes of art. Like they teach you, they're kind of like inside jokes. Like if you know it, you see it everywhere.
Yeah.
But if you don't know it, you don't see it. It's like not being in the loop with an inside joke. And so like that hook, for example, or that seam line, you're just like, oh my gosh, there, I see the joke. And if you put that in your art, it's like it's just that much better. It makes your work that much more professional.
Yep.
It's like, oh, there's that hook, or oh, there's that nice form right there, or oh, that drop fold.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like that.
Geeky. It's like, it kind of feels nerdy,
Yeah,
but
like,
in a good way.
You know all of the lore, like, oh my gosh, Aragorn kicked the helmet. Did you know? Did you know?
Did you know that he broke his toe?
Oh my gosh, did you know?
And that was actually a real scream, actually.
It's like that. I don't know if there's any Lord of the Rings fans here, but if you are, you'll know what we're talking about.
Because I know some of the lore. So this is the part where things get like really trippy. This does not cling to the body, so it actually creates a much wider shape.
Yeah, basically. Is that a JoJo reference of drawing?
Yeah, it's like that. There's basically... JoJo's really, really popular. There's like memes of it everywhere with JoJo references everywhere. So look at this. This is very important. Look at that gap right there. That gap is extremely small. A lot of people would actually miss it and actually make the triangle way too big and make it look like this instead. And I would make that. Arm? Yeah, the gap of the arm. So
well, it is that big with the body, but the sweatshirt is not that
exactly, big. Exactly. So we got to be really careful. Like for me here, this is the proper size of the body, but this shirt is so baggy that it covers the size. So I'm gonna have to really make sure that I get the shape, pretty small in order to feel more like the sweater. And I may have even made some mistakes, but I think that this looks pretty good. It may look wrong at first. But you gotta trust it. You gotta trust the process. And
trusting the process means you actually have to have a process.
Yes, for sure.
You can't, I mean, you can, it won't work, but like if you just approach a drawing with no process, no intention, and then kind of just say those keywords, trust the process, it's probably not going to work.
Yeah. It's true, though. That's the harsh truth of drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a bulge. Here's the thickness of the actual sweater, and here's how it wraps around the waist.
Sweaters are really, really fun to draw.
They are so fun to draw.
Once you start with the drawing underneath.
Yeah.
They're not very fun if you do not start with a body underneath.
Mm-hmm.
They're very confusing and very difficult. But if you start with that really simple mannequin that was talked about like in the beginning of stream, they just come together.
It just magically appears. Like it just happens. It just literally happens. Do you guys use only one drawing app or more? So for streams, we just use Procreate because that's just what we have.
Mm-hmm.
But on our personal work, we mostly just use Photoshop.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of traditional as well.
Yeah. So look, notice these folds in thicker outfits. Not a lot of lines. Let's compare it to this other outfit that we were drawing earlier. Lot of folds, lot of complexity. Soft folds and thicker fabrics means less frequency of folds and more rounder shapes. The folds actually matter a little bit more because there's less, right? So here, what I'm doing is I'm adding in the most important fold that I can see on this arm, which is this triangle one right here. There's a compression. Oh, there's like a little pocket. Here's some spiral folds.
Thank you everybody for the follows, by the way.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
The only tight area in this outfit is actually this cuff right here, and that is, a different texture, so we can add in some vertical lines and add like a little front. So actually, something that I want to mention is with clothing, notice I added this right here, this little space. A lot of people don't add it. Their drawings end up looking like this, and they wonder why it doesn't feel dimensional. You got to add that little edge. Ooh, that's the little secret.
Wait,
adding that edge.
Oh, the thing.
Yeah, adding an edge to something. That works great for cuffs like that. For these things right here. If you don't add it, it's going to look like there's something wrong. See,
like
even here.
Flat.
Even here, I'm adding like a kind of an indication of that by adding a space.
Yeah. Well, things have thickness to them.
Yeah, things have thickness, so don't forget the thickness. I know it seems obvious, but like a lot of people don't add it because they don't notice it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I notice that I'm actually not really zooming in all that much. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
One pet peeve of mine, when people zoom in and they go like this.
I find it very difficult to think about the drawing from like a holistic standpoint, And even with like traditional, unless you're working like the size of a wall, you really can't even do that traditionally that much. Like you get really close to your paper, like you can't really zoom in real life.
Yeah.
Keeping zoomed out. Now, like, obviously you don't have to keep zoomed out, but I would really recommend it because staying zoomed out helps you think about the holistic, like, the whole. And drawings are more about the whole than it is the details.
Yeah.
Like, at least, good-looking drawings work from a holistic standpoint. Because, like, your brain doesn't really care about details, not like your subconscious brain. Your subconscious brain cares about like things like composition and graphical shape and certain principles like unity and variety and shapes that play against each other and bend and stretch. That's why like a lot of these really high level drawing classes will teach abstraction first. Some of the best drawing teachers I've ever had, they spent almost the entire class focusing just on abstraction. Ahmed El-Douri. I took a class by him. He spent almost the whole class teaching abstraction. Yeah. He's a very good artist.
So now once I'm satisfied with where my tension is and my compression, I can start adding like, some indication of like these folds right here. So like these little pockets, these little rounded triangles, overlaps. What makes it feel like a compression fold? What makes it feel like a tension fold? And we got
Runestorm, awesome, thank you. Enjoying your content. I have just purchased both of your books off of Amazon. Can't wait to check them out. That's awesome.
Thank you.
I
That's
know
so
you will
sweet.
like them. They're very good books.
Mm-hmm.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I hope to see you in more streams, honestly.
Yeah.
We do stream a lot.
We do.
We've been streaming a lot more lately.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Dolly is here. Dolly, are you here?
I'm sure.
I'm sure you are.
Well, I forgot the drawstrings.
You know, I was talking to Christina recently. Earlier today, we were saying when we're burned out with streaming, we really stick to a schedule. When we are enjoying streaming a lot more, we're a lot less sticking to a schedule, but we stream a lot more.
Yeah.
You've probably noticed that because you're always like, oh my gosh, are they live? Are they live?
Yeah.
What times do you stream? We stream right now.
Yep, right now.
We've been on for about an hour and 20 minutes. We usually go live around 5 o'clock Monday and Friday. And then we'll stream sometimes within that kind of range of time, maybe like a couple hours before or a couple hours after other days of the week sometimes as well. Chippy, hello.
Hey.
This is an Artist Dream live. Awesome.
Thank you. That's very sweet.
We also have an Artist Dream Discord server.
Yes. We got a lot of... I would say our community is very, very friendly. Everybody's very nice.
How can you make line weight more appealing and consistent? How can you practice that?
Good question.
That is a really good question. So, line weight is about directing attention.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot save a drawing that's not working with line weight. Like, if you have a composition or a pose that doesn't look good, you can't save it with line weight. However, there's a good pose will look good with almost any line weight.
Oh wait, I can actually just draw one really quick.
Yeah, like just like a good
I've been
pose.
actually drawing these poses for my YouTube video without any line weight, and it actually looks pretty decent. Where the heck is it? I don't know where it is. I don't know where my brush is. Airbrush. Let's do this. Let's just do this. Hard brush. And my stabilization's so messed up, but...
Well, your guys' profile picture is so cute. Thank you. It's Miko.
It's Miko.
It's this girl. She's on the cover of book volume 1. Right here. There she is. And she's right here.
Yep.
Chubbin Studio.
I think she's a pretty chubbing.
Yeah. We actually designed her for our brand, and she originally was named Sensei, and then we gave her a name and a sister.
We also gave her a sister.
And there's like a whole friend group.
Yeah. No line weight. Just simple. Looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Toby.
What is it?
Are you guys relatives?
All right. Let's check your feet. Why are you meowing?
We're married.
What are you meowing
What is he
about?
meowing about? He's like, meow,
Are
meow.
you hungry? Are you hungry?
We're gonna feed them after stream.
Are you hungry? Are you hungry?
Sometimes even if you add a bit of line weight, like little bits of dark bits in your drawing, even just like a flat value on top of your clothing looks really good because these kind of act like your shadows. Look at his booty butt.
What?
It's kind of
Poopy? Uh-oh. Well, he has nothing on his paws.
well, that's a miracle.
You're such a little squirmy.
Squirmy baby.
You're a squirmy baby.
He gets poopy butt, so we always gotta check.
He makes poopy feet too. Poopy foot.
Do you want to show him on camera?
What? He's squirming a lot right now. I don't know
I
why.
don't know why.
He was meowing.
You want attention.
Happens to the best of us. I'm bad at English. It's okay. How do you draw hair? We'll probably cover hair on a different stream, but we're covering mostly clothes today. Actually, I want to try.
We
drawing-
will actually definitely have a dedicated hair stream.
Hair streams are actually very popular because it's just very aesthetic. Wow, this stabilization's horrible. It's because there's barely anything. Okay, that should be good. Ah, there we go. Draw a bending pose. Maybe this person's squatting. I've been actually just drawing poses like this lately because it's kind of like fun and low effort. Actually, I think the squat should be more like this. Oh, fun. What is the best pen for sketching and for inking?
Totally up to the
Totally
individual.
up to you.
100% up to the individual.
On I did this illustration a while back. Actually, I'm still not finished with it because I got to finish up Abby and Ray. But this line work was just done with the default syrup pen on Procreate,
Yeah.
and it works fine. It has good pen pressure. It's enough to work with. Sketching, our brush. I personally think our brush is very good for sketching.
The what?
Our brush.
Oh, our brush.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
It's my favorite.
It's my favorite.
It's literally
by
what I
far.
use for all of these. It's that good. Except for these. These are
There's
not.
literally no other brush needed.
There's-
Like, you can have other brushes.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's so good. Mm-hmm. All of the coloring is done with the same brush as well.
Yeah.
Not that last one is just probably still done with syrup as
Yeah,
well.
it was
because
done with
it's
syrup.
not see-through.
Honestly, color, it doesn't really matter. As long as you get some nice sharp edges and soft edges. Like sometimes all the coloring brushes that I use is a hard brush and a soft brush.
Yeah,
That's
but
it.
you don't draw anime with a soft brush.
No,
that
you
much.
don't
Not
draw-
if it's like cell shaded.
Yeah, if
you
it's
just
like
do hard as well.
I just do hard, yeah. Procreate. Katsua, are you here? Because we're gonna be doing your watercolor soon. If you're not here, then we'll have to do it another day. But we did plan for it today. I love your hair streams because Christina actually knows how to draw people of color hair, and I actually learned from it. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I really do strive to try and draw different hair types, especially with like different textures, because it is hard. It's a very hard thing to draw, like especially with something that you're not familiar with. But yeah.
Like
Thank you for
3C
the
and
follows.
4C.
Yeah,
hair.
3C and 4C hair. Yeah.
How does Will? Someone was talking about pants. Will Weston has a really good breakdown of pants. Well, I'll just say
Let's change the brush. Okay, the brush
oh
is
yeah,
there.
I found a lot of the time pants, and this is gonna be kind of crude.
Crude.
I found a lot of the time with pants, you basically have this. Make sure you include pockets, seam lines, zippers, and a lot of the times you'll actually see folds
Oh, around the
coming off
crotch.
of like this area and going down there.
Yeah. You'll see a lot of it also like just kind of like like a little triangle.
Yeah, and depending on here, you can do that.
Yeah.
Depending on what yeah, you'll see a lot of radiating folds there.
And there.
And remember, the crotch is lower, generally,
Yeah.
especially for guys.
Crotch is lower, so
And
you actually
especially
see
for
it
jeans
down here.
as well.
Yeah. Gotta have space.
Yeah. And the secret is use that seam line to describe these folds in there.
The brush is in our profile. You can download it.
You can draw pants like that. Mm-hmm. Simple.
Deceptively
You guys
simple.
post streams. We've always streamed on YouTube as well, so you can actually go to our YouTube channel, Draw Anime Academy, and check out all of our streams, all of our past streams.
Can you please explain the best way to draw shirt collar? What kind of shirt collar? You mean like
Christina draws a lot of shirt collars.
I do. You got to make sure that it wraps around the neck. It's a cylinder. So think of it like a piece of paper, right? It's a folded piece of paper. So this is a folded piece of paper. You fold it in the middle. So it looks like that. And then you twist it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the back. That's how I draw shirt collars. It's kind of a messy drawing, but there's the inside, there's the outside. A lot of collars will also kind of have this like triangular, like soft triangular shape, like polos, for example. They'll have like a little edge. and a button.
Your guys' art is deceptively simple. I find that, and this is kind of more of a preference. It really sounds like a flex, but professional artists don't really have to be flashy. Like, they don't have to do. It's like I don't want to be a Corolla with a really loud muffler. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a bunch of people out there who try to make their art really, 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 really flashy. But if you see like a pro draw, it's not flashy. It's like it just nails it, right? Like, anytime you see Christina draw a pose, it's like not flashy, but it's just like right. You're just like, there's nothing
wrong
to add to it. You're like, it's correct. You know, it's just right. There's a channel out there called Artwad, and I think the guy the main artist for the channel's name is Antonio. That guy is good. Like, you can tell he just knows what he's doing. Like, he doesn't draw flashy stuff. He's just plain good. He's a pro. And anytime you watch like a pro draw, it's just like good. Like, it's not anything more than it needs to be. Now, pros can also do really flashy. They can add a bunch of details. But like, when someone's drawing really fast like this, like, you can't really add a lot of detail. I think another really good example is Reno Tuna.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like, look at Reno Tuna's really quick sketches. Very pro. Like, just knows what he's doing.
Good.
Super high level.
I'm gonna turn this into Abby.
It's like a confidence.
It is confidence.
And
like,
confidence comes from training
repetition.
and a lot of hours practice.
That's how you know what you're doing. It's like, that's why like, whenever I draw, to some people it looks very easy, is because I've done it a million times.
Yeah.
And it feels, it's because I've done it to the point where I know how it behaves. For the most part, you know, for some things, like, you know, that I need reference for, then obviously I will have a harder time drawing. But things that I'm familiar with, piece of cake. Like, this is like, I eat this for breakfast. We'll do hands another stream, because it's closed day today.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't really like how this face looks.
Have you guys finally watched K-pop Demon Hunters? I've never watched it.
I never
probably
watched it.
never will. I don't know anything about it, but I don't really watch a lot of shows these
He's not
days.
really into K-pop either, so he wouldn't really get.
Yeah, I'm not.
He wouldn't really get the
I
stuff
don't watch
that happens.
or listen to any K-pop stuff.
Yeah.
I know people in the Discord server were gonna watch that this weekend or something. Someone was gonna share it in a voice channel or something.
It's Abby, although with a very small body, or with a very big body, I should say. I would make her legs smaller.
Or her head bigger.
Or her head bigger, yeah. So this is how I turn a guy into a girl: is I make the legs smaller, I make the head bigger, and voila. And because, you know, it's a lot easier because the shirt covers a lot of the body, so I don't have to like detail in like the chest and stuff. Who's there?
That sounds like an Applejack type deal. Toby's not tall enough to reach the blinds, but it might be.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Is it
Get
Applejack?
over here.
Applejack.
Ugh.
He's
Not
like,
that little
you know,
man.
Applejack is a very sneaky cat. And actually,
so sneaky.
he's right here.
He's
He's very
sneaky.
smart, and he knows when he's not allowed to do something, because when you tell him no, he's like, Ooh, heavy boy. Come on. He's so
He's so
silly.
sneaky.
Show them his teeth.
Look, how do I show him his teeth? He has one canine missing.
Yeah.
The other, it's kind of hard to show.
He's so sneaky. Come on.
Wait. Oh,
What?
I wanted to carry him. I carried him like a teddy bear earlier. I was actually kind of cute. But yeah, I don't know if Katsu's gonna be here. I did message them earlier saying that we're gonna do his watercolor soon, but I haven't heard from him.
Katsua.
Katsua.
Katsua. Rose.
Or maybe I just didn't see the message and I'm like,
I don't
maybe
see them
missed
in
it.
chat.
Yeah.
But love the movie. If I might watch it at some point. I'm probably not going to go out of my way to watch it. I don't watch anything these days. I just draw all the time these days. Y'all want to see what I was doing today and yesterday? All
yes,
day?
Fox, that would be great.
I actually just have it in my photo library. I just did arms all day. Is this stuff?
Oh, it's so good. I think you should.
Arm anatomy.
I want you to post this on
There's
Instagram.
the humerus as it connects to the radius and ulna. There's the rotation. The rotation of the radius and ulna. I'm learning arm anatomy more. What else?
Ooh,
There's
look
a
at those
bunch of
arms.
biceps and stuff. Biceps, side of the arm.
Ooh.
Breakdowns. Triceps. Deltoid, infraspinatus, teres major. More arm stuff. Breakdowns, bones, that. So it's like a whole sheet about that big. And then the next one was today. And so I took the bone, the humerus, radius, and ulna, and scapula, clavicle, and started connecting all the muscles to it. There's the latissimus dorsi. There's the coracobrachialis, pectoralis minor.
They're very nice drawings.
Let me see. Pectoralis major and deltoid. And then I'm going to be doing the bottom arm soon. Yeah.
They're nice drawings. They're very good.
They're not flashy, but you know.
But it gets the job done.
It gets the job done.
Wait, I want to add a little thing on top.
So I'm studying a couple of different books. Number 1 is Morpho. Number 2 is Stonehouse's Anatomy. And then I'll use the Artistic Anatomy by Tom Fox Draws to break stuff down here and there. And then everything else I kind of Google and look around.
That's how you study.
You know, you can find, like, there's so many medical textbooks and files online that explain where things connect to. Like, you know, you've got 10 ribs. And then the pectoralis minor connects to 3, 4, and 5, and it connects up to your what's that called? It starts with the C.
I don't know.
You've got your acromion process and your coracoid process.
Coracoid. Oh, okay.
But you just do it a bunch of times and you just remember.
Mm-hmm. You know, so, we get questions like, oh, what's the best way to study anatomy? And I think the best way is to learn the basic muscles, like, and memorize them and draw them a bunch. And then go and get an anatomy book or go and search some muscles and study the more, like, detailed stuff if you want to go more hardcore.
So practice anatomy is just trace, copy the books. No, I'm not tracing or copying. I'm drawing them at, like, my own angle. So you're using the books to understand. And you don't move past it if you don't understand, at least, like, that's the thought. Mm-hmm. So, like, again, because I have drawing foundation, I'm able to draw these things from different angles because I know perspective and rendering and all that kind of stuff. But if you can't draw very well, I would learn how to draw and then study it, honestly. Yeah. Or at least learn the basics of drawing. And even models and stuff like this, right? Like this dude here. There's all those muscles that I was showing.
I wish they color-coded these.
Yeah, I wish they were color-coded as well. So it's the teres major, teres minor, and the infraspinatus. And then there's the supraspinatus.
Where's the supraspinatus?
It's somewhere else. And then there's one under. It's the...
Rhomboid?
What's that other muscle? It's underneath of the scapula and it connects down to the...
It's not the rhomboid, right? Rhomboid major? No,
that's a different one.
Okay.
So yeah, learning all those. And then, like, if you forget, you're like, oh crap, what was that? And you go and you look again and it's like a refresher, right? It'd be fun to paint. I did paint it digitally for one of the thumbnails of our classes.
Yeah, actually you did. That's for the anatomy class.
Yeah, it took me a good couple hours to make all those breakdowns. And that's really only the muscles of the upper arm. I need to do the lower arm muscles.
Oh, you mean the physical figure? Oh yeah, like he did paint it, but digitally.
I took a picture of it and then I painted the muscle colors digitally.
Yeah, but yeah, yeah. But I knew that you meant like painting it physically.
Yeah, we have everything to paint it physically. I'm not.
I just don't want to wreck it.
I don't think I'm going to. I don't really feel like spending the time. Please help. How do I get used to sketching digitally as a transition from traditional? I would say try to recreate exactly what you use traditionally and nothing more. Don't try to learn any of the fancy digital tools, layers, settings, color balance until you get used to simply doing what you do traditionally, except in digital art.
Yep.
And then once you're comfortable with that, just move on to starting like maybe learning one new tool at a time. Learn like one new tool. Go, okay, today I'm going to mess with layers. Okay, today I'm going to learn clipping masks.
Yeah.
And then you get used to that and then you go, okay, now I'm going to learn, whatever, selections. You can just like break it down. That's what I recommend.
Yeah.
It's scary to dive into like digital art if you've never done it before.
Yeah, the UI can be very intimidating. So, this part right here. Oh, I love that part.
Marek, hello. Is that a Polish name?
Mark Okan.
Marek?
This part right here, don't miss it. This is the cylinder.
Oh.
This is the fold wrapping around it. It's so good. So that's what I do. I love adding this kind of fold because it just instantly makes it so much nicer.
Christina says I should just post those anatomy stuff on our Instagram.
Yes, do it. I think you should. It's really good, and I feel like as an artist myself, like I would save that and be like, oh, I like that. That looks good, because like you don't really see those breakdowns a lot in you only see them in like what, books, but not at least I haven't been on Instagram in a long time, but I rarely saw those when I was on Instagram. So I feel like it'll be really nice to see them.
I really like how Kirk Shinmoto broke down the shoulders.
Oh,
Just like
yeah,
as,
I really
like, this
did.
kind of cylinder.
It's like what was it again?
It was really good.
Yeah, it was really good. Do you guys have personal art accounts?
Just an art station.
Just an art station. Was it just this? I keep forgetting. Oh. Okay, hold up. Cylinder first.
Yep. It's a guy.
Oh, okay.
So like, yeah, here. And then he kind of goes.
Oh, that's genius. That's the
Like
pecs. Oh, okay.
How have y'all been? We've been good. Personal art account? No, not anything like an Instagram or anything. My personal art account is a folder on my phone with art. And then I do have an art station, but I haven't updated it in, oh my gosh, years. Literally years.
Literally years.
No, literally years. Yeah, that thumbnail, the thumbnail from the stream today is some of my clothing studies. YouTube knows
They're
what I'm
so
talking
good.
about. TikTok has no idea. The YouTube stream has has some of my art as the thumbnail. So it has that red one right there. And then it has the green one, but I changed the color of it to like blue or something.
I love drawing sweaters. It's you
Honestly,
know,
like
it's so good.
you can get so much out of drawing sweaters.
Well, like you can basically just put a character, like just design an OC, put a sweater on top, and call it a day. Like it's such a good article of clothing.
What do you search when you're looking for references? Fox asks.
Sweaters. Depends on what kind of references are you thinking of, Fox?
Hoodies, sweaters, like this kind of reference right here.
Sometimes I'll just look up sweaters, and then I'll just kind of like scroll down a little bit and find an image like this. I'll be like, oh, I'll save it. Sometimes it'll just happen with you'll just see these kind of images in like fashion or outfit clothing websites. Sometimes I'll look up like a certain genre, like, oh, athletic wear, or like lace clothing. Oh, I forgot actually to talk about lace really quick. Lace is a bunch of noise. So a lot of time, if you can get away with lace just by like drawing some frilly bits at the bottom, like this, adding a simple, because lace tends to have like a simple area that's a lot thicker. And then all I do is just go like this. Just kind of like add some little scribbles inside. Because you're not supposed to like detail every single thing, because you can't. I mean, unless you really want, unless people are just gonna zoom in like all the way into your drawing, like it's all about noise.
Yeah.
And if you want like transparent lace, then you can shade it a little bit, like this, and then take an eraser, and you can draw on top and draw like little scribbles.
Mm-hmm. Someone was asking a little bit about side views. So with this breakdown right here, if you wanted to draw this as like a side view, like, or slightly turned to the side,
Ooh.
you could basically go like, kind of treat it like a box, like that.
Oh, that's nice. You can get this brush on our profile. It is a Google Drive download, and it's an ABR file.
You know, if you want to do something like that, don't forget, like, you know, you've got deltoid, tricep, bicep, traps. So if you want to draw like a buff guy in a side view,
Actually,
I would start with that cylinder a lot of the time.
yeah.
You actually can simplify that upper body into a cylinder, and for their traps, you can kind of just round that cylinder.
I'll draw a quick tank top because Master Magic's asking for a tank top on a buff guy. So, and we have a buff guy in here. So, tank tops for the athletic men are generally pretty tight. There's going to be straps up here, and the collar can either be like deeper, like a V, or just like a regular square neck. Hug it close to the curves, but not to the point where it's like showing all the detail. You'll see a lot of compression in the thighs. Not the thighs, what am I talking about? The waist area. You'll see some stretch in the fabric, in the chest. Seam line. Look at how descriptive that is. And we don't want to forget the bottom that rolls over the waist. That's how you would draw a tank top. We did not cover drawing suits. I'm not sure if we'll cover that today. I guess I'm still kind of waiting for Katsuo, but I don't know how long I'm going to wait for him for, because I don't know.
We might. We might wrap up soon-ish, because I don't know if we're gonna do any game night or anything. We might do a little bit of game night.
I totally forgot that today's Friday. We have classes tomorrow.
Yeah, we do. But I might just actually end up drawing tonight.
Yeah, I actually want to draw tonight because I want to work on that illustration, which I want to do that.
What pieces of clothing are good for practice as beginners? Things that aren't really complicated, things that don't have a lot of layers. I would say things that are mostly like a single cloth. Hoodies, sweatshirts, sweatpants, like a toga.
Togas
like
are
like a
great.
piece of cloth like draped over the body with like a neck hole, stuff like that is really good. It makes it really clear. I wouldn't start with anything crazy with like artificially created folds, like a bunch of frills or different like bodices and corsets and all that kind of stuff. Like, that's kind of advanced because you're going to be dealing with multiple materials and stuff.
Yeah.
I just found, you guys, I love this super easy to understand these tips, TY.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
great.
It's always nice when someone says, "Oh, it's so easy to understand," because it's like, "Yay, we're doing our job." But yeah, it's.
And we do have a Discord server, by the way. We do announce when we go live. So if you're looking for the Discord, you can direct message us on TikTok.
Yes.
And let me go recopy that invite, because for some reason on the iPhone, if you copy something, it clears your
Clipboard.
clipboard after like an hour or something. So yeah, if you want an invite to the Discord and you're on TikTok, you can just direct message us, ask for the invite, and I'll send it right over to you. Lesson on shading. Yeah, we were actually thinking of doing a rendering stream sometime. It's been a long time since our last rendering stream.
We'll do it.
Secret streams sometimes,
Secret
yes.
streams, yeah. What I do for rendering is I'll squint, and I'll look at my lights, and I'll look at my shadows. What shapes do the shadows create? Like there's a shadow all around the sleeve here. So that's what I'm adding in here.
Are you talking about just shading in general or shading like clothes?
A lot of it is understanding how to render primitive forms like cylinders and boxes. Because rendering clothes or shading clothes.
In general. Yeah, we'll do a rendering stream.
Yeah, we'll do a rendering stream.
Rendering
sometime.
shading. Of course, like I was saying earlier, most of shading or painting or lighting is drawing. Like, painting is drawing plus more. So if you can't draw, it's going to be very difficult. Like, painting is a drawing that's lit.
Yeah.
And so without a drawing, there's no way to... There's nothing to light. It's an iPad Pro 13-inch. Really struggle with wrinkles on pants. Will you be going over that?
Wrinkles on pants. We can show some drawings from that book, if there was any.
Yeah. So this is also a really good book that you can get. It's very small, and it kind of has a limited number of things. Can you show it for longer?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Morpho,
Oh, oops.
clothing, folds and creases. MORPHO. It's a pretty good book. It's really small. This is his clothing one. He has an anatomy one that's really a lot thicker and bigger. It's a very small book, but it's really good. It's really, really good. So there's some zigzag folds.
Folds happen on pants when there's like a lot of excess, so look for the compression areas. That will almost always happen on like the lower legs. The upper part of the pants will always be a bit tighter and have more tension. So straighter folds on the top and the crotch area, but like lazier looking folds on the bottom that look more like this. Let's see here. Oh, pleats. Oh, that's fun. I don't really know where these all are because I've never actually looked at this book.
Don't know where what all are.
Like where these pant examples are.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's pretty good examples.
That's a good example. Things that go towards the knees will have these folds that radiate towards the knees. So like there's these 3 lines. They reach to a point on the knees right there.
Running out of space.
Yeah. Same thing with like the crotch. The crotch is a tension area, so you'll see a lot of folds radiating from that point. So if you know the tension and compression areas, it'll tell you where to draw folds. You'll see a lot of pants, a lot of folds in the crotch that stretch towards the hips. Seam lines that kind of go downward. Like you'll see a lot of seam lines on the inside of the pants, and those radiate towards the knees if the knees are bent. So if this knee is bent, you'll see that my folds go towards the knees. And I'm using the seam line to show that. I would say simpler on the top, more complex on the bottom legs. still struggle with pants. It just takes a long time. You just got to draw a lot of pants. A lot of the time, most of your problems will be solved by just drawing things multiple times.
You know, I actually kind of want to have like study streams.
Yeah.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
So much fun to learn. It really is. I have my set of doodles from the stream.
Do it.
There you go.
Wow, these are
those if you want.
beautiful. Did you brush? Oh, I did. Very cool. Nice muscles.
I'm gonna put a notification when you guys go live. Can you do that?
I think you can. What book is that? This book right here is Morpho. Clothing folds and creases. So actually the glutes, if you're gonna do like pants for the back view. So let's just draw a booty butt.
When is the shoe drawing lesson? The shoe drawing lesson is basically just a foot drawing lesson. It just a little bit different.
Yeah. So I would not go like this unless it's like leggings.
Unless it's Captain America.
Unless it's Captain America. So instead, I would indicate more of this part and the overlap. Like that. And in here. And of course, there's also seam lines. So yes, you will see this crease, but you can add like back pockets and stuff. I need to actually look at reference of how pants are. But you'll also see like tension between the butt cheeks. So I don't know how else to say it. Between the glutes. I should have said that. Here's seam line. Here's no seam line, and that radiates to that point. I'm sure that there's like a prettier drawing of this, but you can include the crease in here.
And there's so many different types of pants.
There
and
are.
like tightness and looseness. I mean, if this was a pair of sweatpants, it wouldn't look quite like that.
It would actually look a little bit like more lazy. So meaning lazy like droopy. And actually not really much folds. You actually see a lot more drape.
Yeah.
If they were just sweatpants. And of course the context of the sweatpants will be very important because you got to see, you know, the rest of the sweatpants. So they actually droop way more and they don't actually show a lot of curvature at all. It'll just kind of be flatter. But with tighter pants, like pantsuits, like it's meant to cling to the glutes. So.
What if that had like a shoe on like a foot or something?
Down here?
That's not where the foot is on that. I mean.
Oh! I thought you meant like adding a foot, like to make it silly.
That would be rather silly. Color theory will probably cover a different stream. Color is like line weight, you know what I mean?
It is.
It's like, it matters a little bit, but everything else is way more important. Like, it can't save something. You can't save a bad composition with color. You can't save a bad drawing with color or with line work, with like a good line weight. It just can't be saved, like, because it's not like, it's almost like a detail. Like your brain thinks color is very important. It's important in terms of the emotional impact.
Yeah. I have taught hair before, but not on a specific stream for hair. We'll have to do a specific hair stream sometime, and also maybe a rendering shading stream. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, keep practicing. Is there any YouTube channels that you recommend to learn more about digital art? Sometimes it's just doing it.
Yeah.
Just do the digital art. You'll learn a lot just by figuring stuff out. Like, for me, I didn't even look at any digital tutorials. I kind of was like, oh, there's such thing as layers? Oh, I gotta experiment with that, you know? Because like before, I didn't even know how layers worked until I had to experiment. I didn't know how certain brushes work until I had to experiment. So, yes, there's definitely... I don't know any, to be honest, I don't know any YouTube channels about digital art because I never looked at it. We cover digital stuff, but I don't have, like, digital techniques. All I do is I take a brush, work on multiple layers, have some eraser tool, and that's it. But yeah. Hair accessories would actually be kind of cool. Hair accessories will be a bit niche. We'll have to cover that at some point. Maybe with another like clothing stream, or maybe like hair.
Yeah.
Maybe hair would be good. Hair and hair accessories, that'd be kind of cute.
Giant. Okay, there we go.
I think what happens with digital art tutorials is that they're kind of like niche tutorials, meaning they're only covering like a specific like technique or tip to make a certain effect, but that's not really necessarily what's needed to make digital art. You can make good digital art with just very few tools. Oh, that's very nice. Am I late? Yeah. Oh, we want to zoom that over. There we go.
Like that?
Oh, that's nice.
Was that what like Gene was kind of talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Where you can kind of go like... What would this pose do? Maybe like come like this.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Like that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the hand would sure block a lot.
Funny enough, Sam Dessart actually reviewed one of our TikToks. A few of our
reviewed
TikToks.
a couple of them,
Yeah.
Gave us a 10, just to put that out there.
Good advertising. We weren't sponsored or anything.
He seems like a very genuine guy. I'm not just saying that because he reviewed us a 10, but he seems like a genuine dude. You can tell my drawing's all warped because I'm looking at it from such an angle.
The thing is, if you like warp it in perspective, it probably won't look that bad.
You just want to like squish it.
Distort? There. Slanted.
Keeping a steady hand with digital, yeah, I would recommend a screen protector of some kind.
Stabilization.
And brush stabilization is really good. I agree. It's so difficult to draw a really smooth line on digital because it doesn't act like a traditional medium. Like if I draw a line with a traditional medium, right? Like let's just say I got this and I want to draw a line. That line it really grips the paper, so it's very easy
to draw smoothly.
Yeah, it's very easy to draw smoothly because it really grabs the paper. And so digital doesn't really do that because you're basically drawing with this plastic tip on a glass surface. So pen screen protector can help a lot, and also brush smoothing is really needed.
Yeah.
Is really needed. Some sort of thing. And I believe on Procreate the brush itself and the program can have smoothing. So I think there's like 2 different smoothings that you can do.
I find that if I smooth the brush itself, it actually gives better results in terms of stabilization. But I also make sure that there's stabilization like on the program itself as well.
Yeah. Hey, Tira.
Hey, Tira.
Tira, you have been showing up consistently for almost almost an entire year.
I want to see your drawings. I want to see your drawings.
My lines end up worse with stabilization. It's probably because the stabilization is too high.
Yeah. Or you're probably just not used to it.
Yeah. I don't actually know anybody who doesn't use any stabilization.
Yeah.
I don't.
It also could mean that maybe your lines are too stiff. Like, you're like maybe going too slow. So sometimes just kind of loosening up a little bit by warming up can help.
I would do sketchbook tours, but I don't have any sketchbooks of like...
Pretty stuff?
They're so random.
They are random.
Can I join y'all's Discord? Yeah.
Yes.
Did you send a DM on TikTok? Let me look.
What about drawing on a drawing tablet connected to a laptop? Oh, we love those. We
they're
used to
great.
use Wacom Intuoses.
Send us a direct message on TikTok, and I'll give you the invite. If you can't DM us for some reason, you can just go to drawanime.com and find the invite as well. the actual invite link is on that page. I have 2 drawing tablets. Awesome.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think Katsu's going to be here today.
Yeah, interesting. It's not like
It's not like it's a
we
big
can't just
deal.
do it another day.
Yeah, we'll do it another day. It's not that big of a deal. But I guess it's like, it's okay though.
Is there a setting I need to go to help with smoothing out the lines when I zoom in close? I don't know. I don't actually know. Neither of us zoom in close at all.
I never really go like this. Cause I can't see, so I'm not sure how to answer that question either.
Yaw.
They're only hard. Those kind of tablets are only hard to use if you're not used to them. You just gotta use it a bunch. Like I was initially not used to it, but then you get the hang of it. Your body is good at adapting, so don't underestimate that. Like if it's just your first time drawing on an iPad, then it will be awkward. But if you've drawn it like for years, then you will get used to it. Your body will adapt to its movements.
Tips for avoiding pain/arthritis while drawing. Generally, most of the artists who don't end up getting carpal tunnel draw from their elbow. So like this is the pivot and they draw like this, and they also draw from their shoulder. You'll get used to it. So maybe avoiding drawing with your wrist as much and drawing more from the elbow and shoulder can help a lot with that. I had classmates who got carpal tunnel while they were in industrial design school with me, and they actually stuck their Wacom pen through a tennis ball, and so they would draw like this. They had to get homework in, so yeah, they would draw like that.
Well, it's funny because if it's a very small drawing, then you have to use your wrist, right? But if it's like a bigger drawing, you can use like elbow.
If it's a really small drawing, a lot of the time I don't even use my wrist.
Or if you're even holding a pencil like this, and kind of like drawing that way, like it's kind of you have to use your elbow, not like this, not using your wrist. But elbow is more consistently straight.
Especially if you're doing like figure drawing, like overhand drawing, like on a board in front of you. If you're doing like life drawing,
drawing your holding
it's
it like
all
this.
From like the shoulder.
Yeah.
You use an overhand grip. You use like a really long lead, and a lot of people like put their finger kind of like right here, and they'll do this.
It actually feels pretty good.
It does feel really good. It feels terrible at first, but it feels good when you do it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
As
with everything.
As with anything, yeah, you get used to it over time. I should practice some like boxes or something.
Do it. I'm just kind of doodling. I kind of covered what I wanted to cover today. Something that I do like about digital though is that it's very easy. It's very easy to correct mistakes.
Infinite
corrections. And you can like work on layers without messing it up. Like I can always remove this layer or like my drawing layer can affect my layer underneath, and so it looks cool. Like I shaded this on another layer, but just adding a bit of tone like makes it feel like more finished, and digital has a really cool effect like that that I don't really get with traditional. I haven't done like a little color doodle in a very long time on stream. And something that I like doing digital art is I like to actually just I'll finish coloring the things that I want to color. So like for instance, I want to color her jacket. And if I need to correct anything, I'll just add another layer on top of the whole drawing and just continue painting on top. It's very non-destructive like that.
Mm-hmm. I really like practicing boxes like this. I find this really useful.
Ooh, yeah.
Like that.
Like what we were doing last.
You should do some of these. Have you ever done these before?
I've never done those, actually. I've never done those. Hey, Insomnia.
Hello.
Bye, Jenna. Does the guy have a separate live? No, he doesn't.
Hello. This is my live.
That's actually an interesting question. Never had that question to ask
I've
before.
never heard that question before. No, we just live stream together. We're both here. Jenna, have a good one. Do you guys have a brush that you like to use? Absolutely.
It's this brush.
This brush.
This brush.
You can get it for free. It's on our Discord server. It's on our profile.
Everywhere.
Yeah, if you want this brush and you can't see the link on our profile, you can just go to drawanime.com and it's going to be the green button. You can download it there.
Cute. We are using Procreate.
You want a really good exercise, chat, to get better at drawing boxes and stuff? Do stuff like this. This is one that I just did. Do this kind of stuff. Helps a lot. That's a 5-point grid, but this kind of stuff. And the reason that it's important is it which one is it? This one.
Ooh.
That's the reason it's important.
Yes.
Because once you start understanding forms in 3D, you can start drawing things from different angles. What, do you want to wrap up soon?
Yep.
Sure. I thought there was going to be a watercolor today.
I thought so too. But we'll do it. Well, I guess we'll do it a different day.
Mm-hmm. And for everybody else, live classes are tomorrow.
Yes. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Tomorrow.
I actually should start drawing some more like dynamic poses and stuff.
Yeah, do it.
Everybody wants to draw dynamic poses, and then like you show them some boxes, and people are like, everybody wants to draw really dynamic poses, and then you show them like this kind of stuff, which is like the secret to it, and they're like, ugh.
Get it away from me.
Like the second it's like you cover it, and it's like you uncover it.
What time tomorrow?
That's literally how you draw dynamic poses. Like it's literally just overlapping forms and boxes.
Boxes are not that scary. It's not. Once you do them a million times, it's not scary. I would say drawing people scarier because it's more complex. It's harder to mess up. But boxes, it's just make sure that your lines converge. It's more scary than a job application. God forbid you mentioned force running. Oh yeah, force running is this very, very, very scary stuff. It's actually still scary to me. But yeah, we have classes at what, 11 o'clock tomorrow? We run live classes and stuff.
11 a.m.
Mm-hmm. But we're not streaming tomorrow.
I don't think we're streaming tomorrow. It's always possible we jump on at some time.
Mm-hmm.
I've been enjoying streaming a lot lately. We both have.
Mm-hmm.
Classes end at like 2 in
Yeah.
the afternoon, so it's not too bad.
I really like this demo. This one's this one was nice.
Again, if you want to join the Discord server, you can just direct message us, ask for the invite, or you can go to drawanime.com. You can also see like our classes and anime art school and stuff like that as well. But otherwise, we do stream every single week, couple times.
Lix, if you missed drawing the shirts, you can actually rewind to our stream on YouTube and get to that point. So if you missed this, we did that earlier. Those are fun. I'm gonna delete these layers. I don't need them. I actually really like how this one turned out, Colton.
Yeah, that one's fun.
It's fun.
I drew a couple. Did I ever send you the Abbeys that I drew?
No.
I can send them to you. I can show the Abbeys that I drew.
Oh look, and we got a Abby follower.
Abby, let's go.
What time do you start classes? 11 a.m. for us. Abby, yay! Abby is Colton's character, and she's super cool. And so I was like, you know what? This looks like an Abby shirt, so I'm gonna put her in it. So that's her. Gotta finish my homework before the night is over. You know, you also have some time before class starts too, Dahlia. But I know that you'll finish it. Thank you, Abby. I just checked your book, Stefflebot. Thank you, Daisuke.
Well, Toby told me to message you if I'm gonna hop on and draw tonight, so I might actually do that.
Message me?
Toby told me to message him if I hop on and draw tonight.
Okay. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, I drew a couple of Abbeys, like yesterday.
Oh, yes, I saw those ones, but you never sent them to me.
No, I never sent them to Christina. That's my character, Abby. She's friends with Miki Amiko from childhood. But yeah, every time there's an Abby, I'm like, yeah, let's go. Yeah. The AA students try to complete their homework on time challenge.
I guess I had a tutorial on drawing sitting poses. No, but that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
It's a pretty good idea. I could actually add that in my current video that I'm working on sitting poses. Perhaps. If I have the... if it fits with my video. If not, I'll just make a separate video on it. Well, I'm getting hungry. I didn't finish my lunch earlier.
You didn't?
Nope. But I saved it for later because I knew I was going to be hungry later. Tutorials for anatomy. We actually did one last stream. So if you go to our YouTube channel, we covered stuff like this. On arms and legs. So if you need anatomy tutorials now, you can go to our channel, Draw Anime Academy. That's our YouTube channel. Covered stuff like proportions and bodies. Aw, thank you.
Yours, a lot of really good anatomy. Did you show them the muscles and stuff?
Yeah, I did.
Juicy.
Juicy.
The juice. Juicy.
Juicy.
Yeah, I don't think it ever covered back
No.
muscles, and I don't think the stream covered... I don't think it covered any back muscles.
I don't
not
think it
back
covered
of the
any
arms, not back of the legs.
No.
We'll have to do another anatomy stream sometime.
Yeah, I like this breakdown from Morpho. I kind of like it.
Hello, crits.
Hey, Crits.
And there's been some really, really entertaining, great, extremely interesting, definitely not lying, streams on perspective recently as well.
Yes. Heads in
Really nice
perspective.
stuff. Yeah, I kind of like these ones up here too.
Oh, thank you. It's kind of hard. And then these ones that Colton did earlier, actually. He drew boxes. Were those my boxes or your boxes? I think those are my boxes.
Probably yours.
Yeah, those are my boxes. And then we drew and put heads in them. Oh, I remember this. These were fun.
Yep.
No problem, Vava.
You know what? interesting thing is, you know how Will Weston's always like, oh, the box with 3 sides, and then the box with 2 sides, and it's like, and then the box with 1 side. Look. It would actually be a lot easier to do that now because of the
yeah,
Prince
you're
cubes.
right. Wait a second. I need to try that. 3 sides. 2 sides. Well, that would show 3.
Yeah.
That's genius.
Interesting.
I feel like Will Weston's tips are like little nuggets of wisdom that you can use everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good stuff in there. You can like come back to it every so often as you get better as well, and like apply it and like understand it at a deeper level. It's kind of interesting.
What days do y'all go live? We've been going live quite often these weeks.
Yeah.
Our usual schedule is around Monday and Fridays at 5 p.m. Pacific. But sometimes we stream even on Tuesdays and Thursdays, depending on if we're in the mood for it. So lately we've been streaming more often.
See, honestly, this is great. So this is something that Fox drew.
Ooh,
And this
Fox?
is really how you do dark clothing. So whoever asked earlier, you see how the clothing is almost exclusively a silhouette with like very, very minimal rendering. That's a really good way to do dark clothing.
Wait a second, is this
I
really
like that.
Fox's work?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Get out, I just posted that. Yeah, I literally just saw a channel light up. It's nice though. It's really
nice.
good.
It's actually very good.
It really does
Captures it. I gotta take it.
it really does hit that dark clothing vibe.
Mm-hmm.
How about his Will Doodle? I've been sitting here. Oh. Last time you'll use Procreate for the next 10 years. It's funny. Maybe I'll rotate this differently. Maybe it'll be like, maybe like that.
It's gotten so dark out now.
Has it?
Yeah, we didn't turn on the lights, or I turned off the living room lights, and now it's like super dark in there.
Very
Ooh.
nice.
That's the last time y'all be catching me use Procreate for the next 10 years. I thought you've always been using Procreate.
I don't know what she's been up to. What was that pose we had recently? There's some sick poses. Hey, hand me that drawing, that pose book. Yeah. I might as well use a pose from like this.
I use Ibis. I don't like using Procreate. A lot of professional artists do use Ibis.
Do they?
Yeah. I've seen like YouTube videos and YouTube shorts on it on Ibis, and a lot of people like it. So
Actually, let's draw it even more extreme.
I heard that Ibis has a lot of ads though. Well, that's kind of like the price you pay for using a free app. Do you use boxes to draw people a lot?
If they're extremely foreshortened, I think it's a lot easier. But generally not. Like, I mean, kind of like boxy people. I was just explaining, or I think we talked about earlier, you know, you can even break down a person, the torso like this. Like, that's a good way to break it down. That works really well with a shirt, you know, and like a more of like a built upper body of a guy.
Ads is only when you unlock brushes and when you open the app. Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never used it. I don't really like that pose. I drew it from a really weird angle. Let me find some poses. What's something cool? That one's kind of cool.
That one's cool.
I don't think I want to draw it from the same angle.
Hi, Ashley.
This is
Glad
an
you like it.
interesting book. I actually don't like the poses in this book quite as much. These are like really crazy, like falling and all kinds of stuff. That one's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's fun. They're also in kind of a long lens, is it?
This?
Is it?
No, not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
They're not too far away. I mean, look at the hand compared to the foot.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Pretty big difference.
Yeah, pretty big. Tali says, "Whoa, when did the sun go down? I swear it was up a few minutes ago." I know. Time flies. It's already 8:15.
Yeah, you want to wrap up?
Yep.
Pretty soon?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just...
I know that you're kind of locked in on these poses.
What if this was like... What if it was actually coming towards us more?
Try it. Master Magic is like, after you said that the last 5 times. Yeah, we do that a lot.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, we should wrap up, and then we're here for another hour.
Honestly, though, like, think about it this way, right? If you're going to procrastinate on stopping drawing.
You know, that's actually a really good point.
You want to know how to get good at drawing? Procrastinate on stopping.
It's very hard to procrastinate on stopping, to be honest. Especially when you're locked in. Fox says we should time them. Yeah, honestly, try it. When the first say, oh, we should wrap up comes, start the timer. Oh, it's like that one video, that one shirt that you had from Achievement Hunter. Oh, last round.
Yeah,
Looked
I
like there's still
remember
like
that.
2 hours left. Or however long.
Dang. I haven't seen those guys' stuff in a really long
Man, I
time.
laughed so hard when they were playing on that bunny game.
Oh, the Super Bunny Man?
Oh my gosh, it was so funny.
That was good stuff, honestly. That was really, really good stuff. Honestly, I feel like maybe I want to make this arm like, what was it, like that? And maybe this arm would be like...
Going down?
Yeah, maybe it would come out like this and go like that.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. What would it be like that? Like,
Like a fist? Oh, that's cool.
Maybe they're like holding on to something up here.
Oh, okay. I like that. Oh, it's like, no, don't let go.
Oh no! Our table! It's broken!
I actually like looking at dancing poses, like ballroom dancing poses. They're cool.
And then what it would be like? What? How would? Where would the Maybe we'll do like a tilted horizon, and we'll go like.
Zoom out. There we go.
Let me just zoom out more. Right, and we got like. I don't remember. I never did see the lesson that he taught on that. Did he
Yeah,
kind of
that would
talk
work.
about that?
Yeah, that would work. Thank you for following Malik? It's someone hanging on to a helicopter rope. Yeah. Oh, that's fun.
Although I feel like these buildings would probably be like even teeny tinier.
You had a question about drawing? We're gonna be. I say this. We're say this a lot. We're
I'm
gonna be
brain
wrapping
rotting.
up. We're gonna be wrapping up soon, and tutorials are kind of over for today. But you can ask if we go live again.
What is the
If it's like a tutorial.
what is the question?
What is the question though? Because I do want to know.
Drawing? Yes. I need to get better drawing fists, dude.
Fists are hard.
Yeah, what would that be? It'd be like that. How the heck would that even look? Here, do that. Do the... Yeah, maybe like... Wait. Kind of like that. I think it'd kind of be like that.
Oh. Thank you, Diego, for the follow.
I think I'd actually see it kind of from that way.
Fists are like hard because there's a
just
lot
do
of
that
stuff
for
going
now.
on that you're like. That's
It was a kinda tutorial for beginners because I've been drawing shapes as a start, but I don't know what's next. I'm not sure what you mean by shapes. I would start with foundation. Like, well, first I would start with a question of what do you actually want to draw? Like, what do you want to be able to draw? Do you want to be able to like see an image or something in real life and then recreate that on your page? Like if you see a person or a pose, you know, you recreate that. Same thing? Or do you want to be able to draw stuff from your imagination, like your head? Because there's different approaches to each of those. Some of them are similar, but others are different. Like what I'm doing right now is like based on imaginative drawing. Like I'm just coming up with this from my imagination. But I've studied a lot of like anatomy and stuff, you know.
Good job, that's Mickey. Draw from imagination. A lot of it will be foundation drawing, like figure drawing, perspective. I mean,
Yeah.
it's what we teach in our anime art school. Like we take you from the beginning to actually making your own illustrations. But I would say if you're gonna start drawing from imagination, just let me think. If you're a complete beginner, I wouldn't really worry too much about like what's the best way to learn how to draw.
Yeah, just start drawing.
Just do it. Just start. Don't overthink it. Pick up a pencil, find something that you want to draw, and just start drawing, because you're in a stage where learning it right now isn't super. I mean, of course, learning it is always important, but I think very, very, very beginner stage, like I would prioritize just getting the feel for drawing and just trying things out without expectation. And then once you determine that you like it and you want to continue practicing, that's when I would go more hardcore and more like have a schedule or have a practice routine. I mean, when I started drawing, I just I drew a lot of. I mean, we all drew stick people. We all drew stuff that was in our heads that we couldn't really communicate, but we could communicate just simply with stick figures. And then later on, you know, kind of goes into copy drawing, because, you know, what else are you gonna do? And then, I mean, for me, what I did was, I would, if I'm drawing anime, I would take my favorite artists, and I would basically make a drawing and match that quality of the drawing and just keep trying. But I never really thought, what's the best way to practice? You just kind of tackle yourself onto the paper. That's how I would do it if I were a beginner, like just complete beginner, because it's about exploration and it's about just finding the things that you like to draw. Because maybe you like drawing plants, or maybe you like drawing people, or maybe you like drawing buildings or cars. But the first thing is just to put that paper on the pencil and just try it.
Yeah. You never really stop learning foundation. You just get better at it.
Yeah, you just get better at it. Because I feel like if you're a beginner, if you're really serious about learning the foundation, you would basically start with it and you would just like go ham on it. But I know that for some people, when they just start art, like they're not necessarily looking for that. So they're more just like trying to draw a pretty picture. And that makes sense and all. And I think it's good to have a pretty picture in mind. But I think it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of years. I wouldn't even make the goal as making a pretty picture, because making a pretty picture would mean a lot of years and you're not there yet. So I'd just be like, focus on what you want to enjoy. That's a very long answer. But I hope that helped. It's all the practice, Dahlia. Honestly, if fists are difficult and they're very kind of hard to analyze and break down simply, but it's okay if it looks bad. You know, that's just progress, right? We're not achieving drawing to make it look good. We're practicing and breaking it down. Yeah, awesome. I'm glad it helped. Hey, Ferko. Do you offer anything in writing or picture form, like anatomy book? We do have books. We have 2 how to draw books that cover this kind of stuff. Anatomy, just how to draw poses from beginning to end. Here, I'm gonna squeeze through.
Yours. How to draw Anime Academy, how to draw manga. That's our book.
Yep.
And there's us on the back.
And then there's this one.
And here's Anime Academy, how to draw characters, book volume 1 and volume 2. You can find them on Amazon if you look them up.
Yeah, so these books are about what, $26?
Yep,
on
27
Amazon?
bucks.
27 bucks. Well, I don't know if they have a Prime deal right now, but
I don't know.
I'm not sure, but usually they have discounts as well. Our classes are, if you look at our anime art school, it's kind of expensive, $497, but it's for 7 classes, for all 7 classes.
It's basically like a college.
Yep.
And it goes over a lot of different stuff.
Y'all have chicks? We used to. They're all kind of. We used to raise chickens back when we were in lockdown era, like COVID era, and then we took pictures of them and we used that. But they've long passed, unfortunately. The original group passed. Oh, a helicopter? Oh, that's cool. Did everyone get chickens in lockdown? Because I got some too. Maybe. I think we were like in our self-sufficiency era. Because, I mean, it's honestly really good to have chickens because you can have eggs, and eggs are expensive nowadays. It does take some time, love, and care, though. They are kind of cute, though, chickens. They're like bird dogs. They're like a bird version of dogs.
Bird dogs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember we used to go like chicky doos and then clap, and then they would like come
They would all run over.
They were so cute when they ran over. They were like.
We should honestly start doing that though with the cats. We'll like shout something and then we'll give them all treats. So every time we shout, they're like, "Oh my gosh, yay!"
Yeah. When are you guys going to do some student streams like what you did with Dahlia and Pompoof? Oh, you mean like the
Student
guest
streams?
Like guest streams?
We don't live by anybody,
No, we
and even
don't.
if we did, we probably wouldn't have very many people over.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd just be like random people sitting in the background.
Yeah, they wouldn't really be doing anything much.
Like Dahlia and Pomproof are friends, but like other people, it would be weird because there'd just be like a random person that we don't know very well here, and it's not like they really draw or anything or want to be on a live stream because a lot of people are socially awkward as well. I'm actually really surprised that Dahlia and Pomproof were fine being on stream.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so too.
Very awesome.
I want to get drawing. I want to do my illustration. That's fun.
Dahlia and Palm again. Yeah, that would actually be kind of fun sometime. That's like kind of like a superhero-ish pose, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I could imagine her going like her head's a little bit lower, and she's like, like determined, confident look. Did you ever use another program other than Procreate? Yeah, we use Photoshop.
Oh yeah, a lot of them. The program of lead on paper.
More guest artists. Yeah. When I wonder when your friends are gonna come on. Here.
I don't know.
We're gonna have to.
I'll probably get David on. Burin said that he probably won't be able to come on for like another month or two, actually, because he's like, oh, we got this forced vacation, and he's like, I don't want anybody seeing all this stuff in my background at home, so he's like, I'm not gonna come on, and I'm like, oh.
Green screen it?
I don't know.
No idea.
And then David, I did reach out to him, but he's probably busy. I'll probably have to poke him again. He'll come on sometime.
Thank you, Andrew, for the follow. One of our chickens was named Andrew. He was an annoying one, but you're not annoying, don't worry.
All right. Sounds good. Well, we will catch you all later. I'm probably going to hang out with Toby.
Toby, student.
I don't hang out with the cat.
You do hang out.
I snuggle with the cat, but I don't hang out with him like, hey, you want a coffee? Meow, sure. Meow. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. This time we're actually really wrapping up. I just wanted to doodle a little bit. 15 minutes after you said let's end stream, you're still here. So I guess who's the one that
what was
should
the
be
timer
gone?
anyways, Master Magic?
Yeah, what is the timer at? Bye-bye, everybody. See ya. Bye-bye, TikTok. And then bye-bye, YouTube.
See ya.
Laters.